Well,
Joey, how are you, buddy? Haven't seen you in a bit.
I'm doing good.
I'd also like to point out that your shit is working right off the bat tonight. And I feel like maybe that is that's an omen. It might be an omen. It might be a good omen. This could be your night.
We'll hope so.
You have 4 wins, buddy. And Jason Ellsworth, our original COVID survivor, no longer the star COVID survivor, though, now with a cast member recently surviving COVID. Casey.
Yeah, it kind of takes the shine off of it a little bit.
It does a little bit, right? Yeah.
She would.
I'll just be Jason Ellsworth. He beat COVID. Yeah, my fucking 8-year-old beat it. Fuck you, Jason.
Yeah. It's no badge of honor anymore. It's like, everybody beat it. So.
Yeah.
Try beating a man's disease. Why don't you?
Man, what sucks is I still haven't gotten it, and so I don't know if I'm just I think I've decided I'm immune to it because I just drank so much in the 2000s, and I keep a hostile environment. Plus, I have the right blood type for it. I have the good one, that where I can donate to anybody I want to and shit. That guy.
positive.
Positive. Yeah, I know, Kate. I'm not jinxing myself. What I'm saying is, I don't want to talk too much about it because then I'm gonna get it and fucking die.
No, you're definitely not gonna get it.
I don't think I am either. I don't think.
And if you did, you're definitely not going to die.
You're never gonna get it. No, you're never gonna get it. Not COVID. Never gonna get it. Hey, I have like 12 of those in the garage, and I just am gonna bring them to your house.
No, save them here for the pool days.
Perfect. Okay,
that's the pool drink.
Better idea. I like it. Hey, Matt, how you doing, buddy? All right, guys. Well, Zaldor, I can see that you're in the prison bathroom. And
I am in the prison bathroom, yes.
That is freaking hilarious.
Wait, why did I not even notice that?
It took me a second. It did.
Come on, Amy.
Oh, man. I was like, are you in a hotel hallway?
You should just do that at work, man. Like the other day, we were hooking up to trivia, and Mark, we do it through Mark DeLimbo's work. And he still had it on his office so that when he works from home, behind him, it looks like it's his office, and it fucking looked legit. Like it really looked real until he started moving around, but it would be really funny if you were just like, yeah, guys, I'm in the clink for a couple of days.
Jared, for you, I have a meeting with my manager on Monday. I'm going to do it.
Please do it. And then just report
I swear
back.
I will.
Report back and let me know. And if he asks you, like, hey, what's going on?
It's a she. It's a woman.
Okay, just tell her, say, like, hey, I'm doing 48 hours in the clink. This is the only place I can hear. You're a little
I swear I'm going to do it, dude.
It's a little echo in here. How ridiculous. How ridiculous. Okay, well, guys, we are going to play 5 questions. Good luck to all of you. And Sean, take it away.
And now, Jared Goes to the Movies presents everyone's favorite podcast game show. It's time for 5 questions, where we ask 6 questions, and the high score is 7. Here's your host, Jared Reddick.
Thank you, everybody. It is good to be hither. And very excited about tonight's game. This is 5 questions. It's America's favorite podcast game show, as our amazing award-winning announcer said just before this. That dude just posted a thing. He was on Family Guy. It was good. He was like on an airplane doing the airplane announcements, and says awesome. It's the one where he's like, "I'm sorry, we have run out of beer and wine," and they fucking it was like they were gonna crash and shit. Yeah, so Joey Bishop is here. Joey, how you doing, buddy? This is a big night for Joey. I didn't go in seniority. I was actually supposed to introduce Zaldor first for priority, or for seniority sake, not priority. You're all priority. Fuck, why am I even?
Priority plus Emerald members.
Joey, it's a big night for you. Are you ready to do this? You have 4 wins and 8 attempts. This could be your first plaque. And it's very hard to do that in your first 10 tries. So are you prepared? Did you watch this movie?
Oh yeah, I've seen it a bunch of times.
All right. Okay, buddy. Well, good luck to you. Also with us, our original COVID survivor. Give it up for Jason Ellsworth, everybody. Jason, how you doing, buddy?
Doing good. I've been waiting a week to say this. How about those Browns?
Oh man, Jesus! It's funny how when a game like that. I mean, I would have rather. I guess if the Steelers were gonna lose, I guess like that is better for me than it like coming down to the wire and it just being like, man, we were the better team and we didn't win. We just weren't the better team, and also just whatever the fucking. What I don't know what was happening with the ball every time we had it the first 15 minutes of that game, but there was jizz on there or something. Tom Brady was involved, I think.
Well, obviously I'm a Cowboys fan, so
Yeah.
it's an annual tradition that after we're out, we cheer everybody else losing. So
Oh, you cheer for got it. You cheer for all the other people. Well, so historically, I am a Kansas City Chiefs fan second. That's been for a very long time. Our drum tech, who was very vocal about his footballdom, was a big Chiefs fan, and so we really found us, kind of a third home after Atlanta, in Kansas City. So that's always been my second team. However, because of the Browns, and I realize that most Steelers fans wouldn't do this, but I'm going to root for the Browns because I have such great friends who are just hoping for a miracle, and fuck it. Why not? And I know not a lot of people like Baker Mayfield. I happen to like the kid. I think his commercials are great. And, so anyway, we'll talk a little bit of football later, when Eric is a little bit more vocal. And also, of course, everybody, one of our worst players ever. Let's give it up for Zaldor, everybody.
Thank you. I gotta get the guy. I gotta go get this soap. Hang on.
I was supposed to do applause. I'm sorry. I fucked that up. Eric has given me the.
When I'm more vocal, when I start interrupting everybody from over here, trying to get a goddamn word in edgewise. But yes, I'll try to be more vocal.
I understand that you're pissed.
I'll just try to be more.
The thing is, Jared, is that
Eric
is a Lions fan. That's why he's being.
Eric is
Just hanging out.
Zaldor, your record is 3-16. Not really
Lions.
not a lot to gain tonight. However, it is awesome to see you, and good luck to everybody. Now, you guys know how to play this game. Obviously, you're old pros. Is everybody prepared to write your answer down this evening? I realize you're in a shower, Zaldor. Okay.
I brought the notepad with me though, so I'm
got one of those military grade
waterproof.
Reminder to the chat room, please. No wagering, and do not type the answers into the chat box.
Yeah, please do not type the answers into the chat box. It is certainly not helpful.
Looking at you,
I can't see him anyways.
Just calling her out. She just called out the MVP. Wow. All right, guys. Well, good luck to all of you. I actually don't give a shit who wins. So I can really honestly say best of luck to both of you. All right, guys, here we go. Question number 1 will, of course, be about the movie Half Baked. Okay, guys. What is the second best flavor of Ben & Jerry's ice cream? That's right. What is the second best flavor of Ben & Jerry's ice cream? Is it A, Cherry Garcia, B, Half Baked, or C, Everything But the? What is the second best?
Is this a trick question?
What?
Is this a trick question?
It is not. It is not a trick question. I assure you.
All right.
That I am good. It's the second best Ben & Jerry's flavor: Cherry Garcia, Half Baked, or Everything But the. All right. By the way, your opinion doesn't matter. This is mine. Joey, what did you say?
I said Cherry Garcia.
All right. Jason Ellsworth.
I went with C. It is not Bluebell. I'm from Texas, and I'm loyal.
Okay, Zaldor.
And I'm gonna go with Cherry Garcia as well.
That is incorrect. The second best flavor is half baked. Of course, the best flavor ever, everything but the is. So you all got that one wrong.
I never had that one.
Incorrect. You never had it?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it is a treat. It is a treat. All right, guys.
Yeah.
Well,
Nice try reading Jarrett's mind, everybody. Sorry you didn't get that one.
listen, it's
Oh, well.
this is my show. I fucking do whatever the fuck I want. Hey, and guess
Ours.
what? Guess what, Eric? You get to do whatever the fuck you want on your question too. So there you go. There you go.
I'm off on a tangent again.
There you
You're
go.
supposed to ask questions about the movie.
You're so angry already. All right, guys. Question number 2. All right. I'm sorry about that one. I actually assumed all of you'd get it wrong and it'd be fair and everybody will laugh and it'll be great. All right, guys. Here we go. What is the name of the rapper who converts to Mr. Nice Guy marijuana? What is the name of the rapper who does a video? 2 videos. I want to talk to Samson. I mean, the bowling first. So this is back in the van days. So I mean, we just did that all the time. Is it? All right, Jason, what did you say? What was his name?
Sir Smoke a Lot.
All right, Zaldor.
Nah, I got it wrong. I don't even tell you what I put.
Okay, Joey, what did you say?
Sir Smokes a Lot.
Yeah.
It's correct, guys. That's what Jason and Zaldor both have 1. Joey with 0 still.
Jason and Joey do. Zaldor has 0.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you keep up with it, Les. Okay. All right, guys. Question number 3 will, of course, be about the movie Half Baked. All right, guys. Here we go. In the movie Half Baked, what does Kenny do for a living? What does Kenny do for a living in the movie Half Baked?
Kenny!
So, first of all, you need to know which one is Kenny. Second of all, you need to be paying attention in the fucking movie.
He is a country music singer and opened a series of fried chicken restaurants.
That is
roasted.
And this
roasted
just in,
chicken.
he did.
Gave it all away. Way to go,
All
Eric.
right, guys. Zaldor, what did you say?
He was a kindergarten teacher.
Joey?
Kindergarten teacher.
All right. And Jason?
Kindergarten.
That's right. He was a kindergarten teacher, guys. Very, very, very good, guys. Very good, guys. You really did it great. La, 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 la. All right, guys. This is a tough one. Good luck to you. You would really have to have been paying attention for this one and be super knowledgeable of this movie to get this one correct. But that's what we're doing. We're weeding out the weak links, guys. Here we go.
Sorry, Zaldor.
Oh, all right.
I know.
Guys.
I'm not betting on this one, are you?
Here we go. In the movie Half Baked, what kind of smoker is Jon Stewart?
Oh,
What kind of smoker is Jon Stewart? There's a long list. There's about 6 different kinds of smokers mentioned. He's the first one mentioned, and he's got a very, very, very famous set of lines. However, knowing the right word to say as to what kind of smoker he is, you would have to have been paying attention to the movie. All right, I'll give you no more seconds. Joey, what did you say?
Enhancement smoker.
All right, Jason Ellsworth.
Red Team Go. Enhancement.
All right, Zaldor.
this podcast is so much better with weed.
Okay. He is an enhancement smoker.
I don't know if you want to give it to me or not, but I knew who he was. But
Joey and Jason got it right. I'm sorry, I cannot.
Yeah.
I was looking for the word.
I know.
I
know. I wrote all the other ones down except for that one.
Sean, what question is this, and what's the score?
Hey, Jarrett. This is question number 5. We have Jason and Joey in the lead with 3, and
Okay.
Zaldor with 1.
All right, guys, it's anybody's game. Don't forget. Don't remember. Don't forget. Don't remember. None of that shit. All right, guys, this is question number 5, and of course, this will be about the movie Half Baked. All right, guys, in the movie Half Baked, what TV staple of the 1980s who played the guy from Rehab that sucked dick for coke? What is the name of the actor that sucked dick for Coke? A staple on American television for many years.
Not in real life, like Tom Cruise.
Can I name the show he was on? Does that help?
I'm sorry, I cannot accept that. I do need his name. You're going to kick yourself because you should fucking know this.
I know. I should know this. You're right. I should fucking know this. Exactly.
All right. Jason, what'd you say?
Bob Saget.
All right. Zaldor.
Full House guy. That's how we put it.
Yeah. Joey, what'd you say?
Bob Saget.
Bob Saget is correct, guys. Les, never fear. Anybody's game till it's over. And right now it is time for...
One of the first songs we hear in the movie Half Baked is You Be Illin' by Hollis Queens Legends Run DMC, the group founded in 1983 by Joseph Run Simmons, Daryl DMC McDaniels, and what third member whose name was apparently not important enough to actually be part of the group's name?
Wow, that's a good question.
Run DMC founded in 1983 by Joseph Run Simmons, Daryl DMC McDaniels, and what third member that is? Eric's off on a tangent again. Question number 6.
All right, guys. Well, that is a very difficult one. I can see Zaldor is still thinking. I'll give you a couple more seconds. This one is definitely going to be right at the top.
This song. I should know this.
Unfortunately, Les, you do have to answer first. So, what do you got? Want to throw something out there?
Damn it.
No.
No. Yeah, I got Rev Run, but you already said that one, so that doesn't help.
All right. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to take time. What did you say?
No idea.
He had no idea, actually. Jason Ellsworth.
I may actually know one of Eric's questions. Is it Mixmaster J?
I'll defer to Sean on this. It's Jam Master J, but it's
I mean,
Jason Jam Master J Mazel. Jam Master J I would have accepted. I don't know about Mix Master J.
Yeah.
I was close.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to step in and veto this because I want to give it to you, Jason, because that is super close. I expected one of you guys to say Sir Mix-a-Lot. But going back to the original bylaws of this game, there is no mercy in the giving the question right. So I'm sorry, actually, all of you guys that got that incorrect.
It's like Cobra Kai, no mercy, right?
Okay, so where does that leave us, Sean?
All right, Jason and Joey have 4. Zaldor has 1.
All right, well, this is pretty easy the way this works. Jason and Joey will flip a coin to see who is still in the game. The loser of that coin flip will be comfortable knowing that they're not a loser tonight, but they're also not a winner. All right, so I'm going to do something off the wall here. Joey, since you're going for the big win, I'm going to let you call it in the air. Heads or tails?
Go with heads.
Okay, he's going with heads. Abraham Lincoln spinning. It is tails. Oh, damn it. I am sorry, Joey. Tonight is not the night. Unfortunately, that is it for you. Jason Ellsworth, now, you can sit there and just hope that Les Zaldor gets this question wrong. If he does...
You got a good chance of getting this, Jason. Trust me.
That's right. All right. And, of course, Zaldor,
against hope, right?
Zaldor, as always, if you don't get this right, you're not a loser, but you didn't win, did you?
I'm used to hearing that a lot of times with you.
Okay, hold on. It's time for Sean's question. It's the 7th question, and sometimes it's hard.
All right, Zaldor. Categories are Funyuns, Reese's Candy, Moobies.
Let's go with Reese's Candy.
Harlan Williams plays Kenny, who gets locked up for feeding candy to a horse, which puts him in a diabetic shock and ultimately killing him. What soundtrack from a 1990 film is playing when the cop's grieving on the corner in front of Buttercup?
Buttercup, yeah.
Butternuts.
What
Zaldor
soundtrack
is
from
3 and 17 now. Jason, you got this one.
That's a fucking hard question.
don't remember that. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I'm doing that thing where I sort of hear it in my head, and like I can't stop.
No, I don't know. I'm 3-17 now.
Unfortunately, yes, that is correct. That does mean Jason Ellsworth, you are a winner. You are the winner. Sean, what was the answer?
Ghost.
Oh.
Yeah, I would fucking
Because the horse was a ghost. You guys don't get it?
I get it. Okay. Good job, Jason.
What song was it? What song was it?
I don't know what song it was. But
Good job, Jason. Good job, Jason. Cowboys did not make the playoffs, but you fucking did. Hey, you guys are awesome. Hey, Joey, next time you're going to grab that plaque. Zaldor, you just keep on keeping on, buddy. And hopefully you win the Tournament of Losers very soon. Hey, we love you guys. Y'all take care. Come join the chat if you can. And we'll see y'all down the road, all right? Y'all be good. Bye.
Peace.
I just got to grab a beer, and then Casey should be coming up any minute. Y'all want to just kick it pro style?
Yeah, let's just kick it, man. Kick it. Kick it. Hey, did you get a fresh cut? Jarrett got a fresh cut today for sure.
Yeah, you did.
Those sides give it away.
Give it away now.
Give it away.
My friend tells me that there are only two types of Red Hot Chili Pepper songs. The fast ones that are like, or just the slow ones. There's really nothing in between. Do you feel like that's true? Sean, I'll hang up and listen for your answer.
I mean, I feel that you're either a Chili Peppers fan pre-2000 or you're post-2000.
Okay.
With pre would be like the faster stuff like Californication. And then all the weird stuff is weird.
I'm going to be honest. I liked Mother's Milk a lot. I was a kid, I think I was in high school. And then Blood Sugar, Sex Magic was okay. I saw them live a couple of times. They were fucking great. It was awesome. I liked them better with John Fusacci than I did with I can't remember who was playing with them. Maybe Dave, what's his face? I can't remember.
Novak Skovac or whatever his fucking name was.
But yeah, I mean, that's an interesting thing. I definitely, it's the fun.
You almost went Shaggy.
Yeah.
I heard a little Shaggy in there.
Roger.
That's Raggy.
Yeah. But yeah, I get that. I mean, so it's kind of like that Doors thing, right? He really wasn't a singer. He wrote poetry, and that's sort of like how they write their songs. It's just they have they have this badass bass player, fucking Will Ferrell on drums.
Here's my book of poetry.
Have you seen the drum off between Will Ferrell and Chad?
Look, I was saying that 10 years before.
Before what? No, you're there.
Yeah, you froze for a minute.
Your audio stayed, though. You just stopped talking.
My whole thing just acted like it was about to power down.
Right.
That's such a terrible feeling. I was saying that 10 years before. Like, I remember looking at that poster where they're all naked with socks on their dicks and going, that is fucking Will Ferrell. Like, from way, way back.
Well,
and
that
like I was crazy.
That poster was probably 12 years before Will Ferrell was famous. So,
but I mean, looking at it, even when he was on like
I see
doing the Spartan cheerleaders or whatever, that first big bit that he had on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, and it's pretty uncanny. It really is.
It's real crazy.
It's pretty nuts how much they look like. And yes, Flea is an amazing bass player. Yeah, and I think I did see Dave Navarro play with them because I think he was on that. I think he played his Blood Sugar, Sex Magic, and then John Fusacci came back. And I don't remember who was playing guitar with them on Mother's Milk, but it was neither of them, I don't think.
How are you pronouncing his last name?
John Fusacci. Is that not right?
Fusaccia?
No,
it's
Fusaccia.
Frusciante.
John Frusciante. That's right. That's what it is.
And then the other guy in Mother's Milk would have been Hillel, I believe.
That's right.
Hillel Novak.
Hey, also, don't fucking come here and start telling me how to pronounce shit. I don't.
No. That's not
I
what
don't
happened.
need
Don't.
that in my life.
No. And you know what I don't need in my life? Whatever it is you're doing right now. So let's just relax.
Oh, you're on.
Let's all try to
parent
be adults.
You can tell he's got all of his
Okay.
kids. He's got all of his
I
kids
do.
at home this weekend. You can tell. All
Hear
right.
them right through here,
Okay.
right?
Here's what I'm going to do.
There.
I'm going to just put you guys in the other room. You can think about this for a second, and then I'll be back in here to shun
Why
you.
Why don't you tell me how many times I've asked you to quit doing cartwheels off of the couch?
That's a good one, actually. Yeah. You know what's funny is that how often I have to just do the thing where I go, man, I'm sorry that happened. Because I told you not to do that fucking 28 times. I'm to the point where I don't care anymore. If the cat scratches you in the face, it's because you were fucking with the cat. That's it.
The number one thing that I say around here is, like you said, I'm sorry that happened, but accidents happen more when you're being fucking crazy.
That's actually a really good.
Just the way I know it was an accident. I know you didn't mean to do it, but that is going to happen more when you are running around here like your head was cut off.
I think maybe sometimes I'll just make my kids think that I can see the future. Like you're gonna fall off that if you don't quit, and then they do. I told you, and then Derek will be in on it, and I'll be like, "You're about to trip over that," and then he does because I can tell the future. They're gonna be scared.
Well, and they also think. Have they caught on that you're not magic, that you can't see in their rooms, like with your head, like and hear them and shit? Like
no,
they still don't understand how you see them and hear them.
Yeah,
right?
I'll tune into the camera upstairs when I hear them start fighting, and I'll watch the whole thing, and I will tell them exactly what just happened, and they're like, "Shit."
Yeah.
Well, I can see everything.
Right. Yeah. I wish my mom could have seen everything because I just got in trouble for crying all the time. Like I just because I always got hurt, but because and I'd say, Danny hit me, and he's 5 years older than me, and she'd go, well, hit him back. Hit him back. That's what she'd say. Yep. Sound just like that. Hit him back. All right. Casey is running late. She said just start without her, which I'm fine with. We'll get through the all of the business aspect of the show before she gets here, and we jump into talking about the I gotta do something about my camera. For some reason, the logo is right on my hairline, and it's making me look like
yeah, that's the best part, really. Yeah. I see I know what you want to do. That's what you want to do.
What? I'm not doing that. That's Sean.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just pushing one of the buttons. I'm pushing one of the buttons until it shrinks it. Jarrett knows how to do that.
No, it's on that one right now.
Oh.
Right? Yeah, it's just not because this is regular. Oh wait, shit. This one.
And it looks fine to me. It's
when Casey comes in here, then it all gets really small.
Oh.
Eric, yours does look really good.
I don't see what the problem is.
That fucking looks great, dude.
You have
seriously.
really good posture.
Yeah, that looks really good. Zaldar said, put Jared on the bottom. I've heard that before. Okay, guys, let's dive into this movie. We're glad you guys are here. Spread the word. If you know people that are hanging out on Twitch or where are we at these days? We're on YouTube.
Have you heard the word?
I'm not sure that you've heard the word.
A certain avian.
Just when he goes into the bathroom and he crawls under the toilet or whatever, and the lady gets all stoked, like, yeah, oh man, this is great. Okay. All right, Sean, let's do this shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jarrett Goes to the Movies, a weekly podcast where Jarrett Reddick and friends get together and talk about a movie that they watched that week. Plus, whatever the hell else is on their minds. Get ready for the best hour and a half you'll have in the next hour and a half. Here they are, Eric, Casey, Sean, Amy, and because he's famous, his name's on the show, Jarrett. Welcome to Jarrett Goes to the Movies.
You know, here's the thing. I think it's funny that because I wrote that script, and I don't know why I said, because I really was trying to make the show shorter. You know, I was trying to make it to where we were only in here like an hour and a half. But I have done really good at condensing it. Y'all have to admit, like we're not going fucking we have gone like 4 hours, like 2 times this season, right?
Well, this
like,
episode will be pretty short. I feel
You think this one's gonna be short? Well, I'm fucking drinking,
the
dude.
movie's only like a little over an hour.
Yeah, it's you never know how
It's the
what you're looking for.
content,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that has nothing to do with it. We could watch a 4-hour Gone with the Wind, and it would take 40 minutes to get through it because no one will have anything to talk about. No, you guys remember the Civil War and how that was? No.
Is that
Nobody
the war
remembers
that was
that.
going on in the? Oh, by the way, this is Jarrett Goes to the Movies. We're talking about the movie Half Baked. Is that the war that was going on in Gone with the Wind?
No, it was the Korean War.
Fucking
Yes,
shit,
Jarrett,
I
it was
don't fucking know. I listen. Obviously, it's not the Korean War because my uncle was
That
in
was
that.
in Korea.
Yeah, and it wasn't here.
Wait, they filmed it in Korea though.
It was K-pop. It's the original K-pop video. I don't even know where I was going with that. Wow, I am out of practice, guys. I am.
I mean, you can narrow it down to wars fought on U.S. soil, and that limits it
to like
quite
three.
a bit. Yeah.
Like-
What are the three?
War of 1812, War of Independence, and the
War of last week.
Civil War. Right. Where
Good
was the
job,
Spanish? Where was the
man.
Spanish and Indian War? Wasn't that on U.S. soil as well?
It was in India, idiot.
No, stop it. Stop
In
it.
Spain. It was a long distance war.
No, the Spanish and Indian War was here on our soil, and I think Texas.
Spanish American War?
Is that what it was?
Spanish American War.
Okay, the Vietnam War for sure happened here, right?
That for sure happened in Thailand. And surrounding areas.
This is so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous.
This is
Man,
what happens when I don't drink and I don't smoke for a week. The
I
shit
miss
is
you guys. Are you not
crazy.
drinking? Are you like taking some time off drinking?
I can't drink because I'm trying to quit smoking, and I haven't smoked since Sunday.
Oh,
But
and
if I start drinking,
yeah, one leads to another. I know. Yeah, that's a whole thing. I have a bunch of friends who like don't smoke, but they smoke when they drink. And
and I know what happens. you know, so I just got
Gary was like that for a
cool it.
long time, and then he was just didn't do it anymore. And then what's funny is like smokers that do that, they wake up the next day and they're just like, I feel like I got punched in the chest multiple times.
Yeah.
Well, good for you, man.
don't need it.
I hear that, and I'm not joking about this. I hear the only thing that's harder to quit than smoking is diet soda. And so I'm seriously, I'm not taking
Just
the piss.
diet soda?
Yeah. So apparently it is like the most addictive thing.
Weird.
So,
Yeah, I hadn't heard that.
I mean, yeah, I did heroin a few times, and I got right off it. That wasn't a big deal. I never really.
It's easy to kick, they say.
I never smoked, so I just don't really know that. I do drink diet soda, and it is fucking. It's hard. I'll go. I used to, when we'd leave the country is when I'd quit, and then come back, and you last month, 2-3 months or whatever, and then there it is. You just find yourself back in there. There's my baby girl. So
There she is.
This has been a crazy few weeks. Have we done an episode since the COVID situation?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we heard you.
Yeah, she was like down in the bedroom, just
That's right.
chilling out, and then she was eating soup.
Oh, that's right. She made her camera go off so that she could have soup. That's right. Okay, Casey, I do have you turned up all the way.
Okay.
So just make sure you're really getting on that mic.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. I mean,
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, I can't hear you either. Hello. You are coming out. Let's see what's going on here,
there's
guys.
definitely something super buzzy.
Yeah, I do hear that.
Okay,
also.
I'm not hearing the buzz. Are you hearing like a hiss?
It's almost like a little staticky thing.
Okay, I'm not hearing that.
Kind of quiet.
But Casey's mic is. Oh wait, Casey, I'll fix that shit.
Oh, that little buzzy went away.
Hello.
There she is.
Yep.
Better?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome. I'm gonna have to mess with the headroom and make it to where I can turn you guys up a little bit more, but this will work. Okay, well that was fucking great podcasting, guys, for real. What the fuck is that? Eric, for the love of God, stop it. So Casey survived COVID. She is doing amazing, and she was an amazing patient, and rested when she was supposed to and all that shit. But I'm going to be honest. I didn't get it. Everett got it, and I didn't get it. And I fucking don't want to get it just based upon watching her have it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I don't recommend it.
Yeah.
1 star.
It seems like something you ought to try to avoid.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. What are the other
a lot of people, I for one, have the courage to stand up and say, as the only person on this show to say, that I think people should avoid getting COVID. And I don't know how you guys feel about it.
I wouldn't have gone and gotten it.
Way to go.
So
way to look out.
Way to use your platform. Too little too late, dude.
I know. I'm very sorry. We have a responsibility here on the show. You know, we have millions of listeners. And so if this is coming at a bad time, you know, for you guys out there, I'm very sorry. I personally apologize. But I feel like it's important that we put that out there.
I try not to just have causes, you know. So like I'm not going to sit here and tell people to avoid COVID. It's none of my fucking business, you know.
No,
so
I know you don't want to be preachy.
That's right. I don't want to be. People don't need to know my politics, you know.
Some
and
people
that's
don't
what
want to smell or taste, and that's their choice.
That's what this fucking COVID is. It's a political thing.
That's right.
Oh, tonight's gonna be good.
I just
What
feel
movie are we watching?
The only thing I can say is that the good that came from this is like I'm on the side now, or at least I feel like I can make fucking jokes about it.
100%.
Yeah, for sure.
You're the only one.
I got a little COVID
fucking
pneumonia. It was a fucking nightmare. So now I can make fun of this horrible tragedy all I want.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, it is a terrible thing. In all honesty, you know, I don't.
That's what makes me wish. That's what makes me wish that my mother would have died during 9/11, is so I could have made jokes about it. But instead,
but here you are in a horrible situation.
Right?
Pete Davidson 9/11 jokes like every chance he can, and still like the most seasoned comics are always like, "Oh God, he did it again."
And the worst thing about it is the bitch is still alive.
Even that building couldn't take her down.
Right? Isn't your mom still alive?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to like keep going on that bit, but you know, we're not in the same room.
Oh,
so.
I thought you were off on Pete. I thought you were off on Pete Davidson. Like that was the punchline.
No, I don't even know. I barely fucking know who that guy is. I don't watch Saturday Night Live.
Neither did I. Really, I'm just going to be totally honest. It's not my favorite thing about myself, but some people know this. Somehow I got real invested in his relationship with Ariana Grande on Instagram. I don't know why. I was really into it. I followed him around. I like to see their clothes and their matching tattoos. He's just she's so tiny.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And then you were like, "Isn't he really old?" And I told you that he was actually really young. And you were like, "Why does he look so fucking old?" I mean, I spent a lot of time seeing what these two are up to.
Is he really that funny?
No.
Okay, so that I mean, because that's the thing, right? I mean, like everybody I think thinks that the dude is like super, super funny, but I don't. I'm just saying this. I don't know that I've ever seen anything that made me laugh that he was in.
I mean, he's funny.
Isn't he always
funniest SNL dude of all time or anything? I think he they give him the kind of same thing, but without the like cute, endearing thing that they did with Jimmy Fallon, where it's like funny that he breaks and shit. You know, like
right.
I was thinking the same,
but
thing.
It's not like
isn't he personally like always 1 second away from his entire life, like the wheels shooting off and just spiraling into
really
like
mentally ill and has a lot of problems. And
so let's keep making fun of him.
Then Ariana Grande
fuck that
dumped
guy.
him, and now I don't even fucking care.
What an idiot!
Get your shit together.
Yeah. Fuck you. Yeah. So well, anyway, so we survived that. We're out of quarantine. We're back in the world. Everett got to see his friends today for the first time. And that was, I wasn't there, but I heard it was great.
I'll be back in the studio next week for Tyken.
Yay. I was going to say that you are still dealing with things on your own side with your daughter having it and all of that. So yes, he will be back.
Well, I forgot about that. I'm sorry.
Yep. But everything's good. But also,
Casey's mom
was very happy to see Casey today.
She cried. My mom doesn't have like, we don't do a lot of 2-arm hugging. We're like I mean, we're like that with other people, but we're just not like that with each other. And there's a lot of love there. We're just not like cuddly, touchy feely people with each other. And it was like 2-arm and tears. And I mean, even that kind of got me because I didn't expect that. So that was sweet.
Yeah, it's funny.
We
this
see each
is
other all the time.
This is our 4th quarantine. Is that right?
Yeah.
So I think it's our 4th. Well, this one was 2 put together.
Yeah. So, it's like
So this is our 3rd. This is our 3rd one.
Yeah.
And if you think about that over the course, of how long we've been doing this, if each one is 2 weeks, pretty crazy, that to just be locked here and fuck, it's just nuts. But we survived and we're good. Thank you to everybody who reached out and asked about Casey, and definitely appreciate that. And we're glad, Eric, that your little girl is doing all right, and the rest of the bubble.
And a teacher appreciation shout out. I don't know how they do this. I have no idea.
Yeah,
how they do it. Like there's kids in and out of class and online and not online.
Okay, so then this past 2 weeks, did Everett just call into his actual classroom, or was he in a virtual classroom?
Well, because he's in the dual language program, he says his teachers do virtual and in class all the time.
Oh, so he has a different thing.
They take certain time slots in the day while their other kids are doing other things and teach these virtual students. And it's like a schedule, so he has to log in at 7:45 and 8 and 10 and 1,
because that's their only chance.
And it changes every day depending on the specials. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how. I mean, there's this one kid in this class that like pretty much makes me like, if I've ever wanted to drop out in 2nd grade, I'd fucking get it.
I've got the ultimate. I was waiting for this, but I'm just going to tell the ultimate story about that child.
I'm sure he's brilliant. I'm sure he's super smart.
There's no question that the kid is smart, but here basically what it is so there's probably 9 kids that are on that virtual classroom, and all of them are listening to bits and pieces of what the teacher is saying, meaning all of them have questions constantly, and they're just yelling them out and shit, right? So the teacher gets on there at the beginning of the lesson, like she's really good. She gets on there, she says hi to everybody. She's like, she gets on a few minutes early so she can be like, oh, I like your shirt, and that kind of shit. And then it's time to buckle down and do the classwork or whatever. And so there's this one kid who just can't fucking stop.
I almost wish we could say his name. We're not going to. But I wish we could, just because it just fits his little fucking weird personality.
It really does. Yeah. His name is, anyway, so
what does it rhyme with?
Nothing.
I wanted to tell you the ultimate thing. This is, and I feel like once I tell you the story, you're going to know exactly who this kid is. So they're going through the thing, and question number 1, she has to remind the kids, hey, please stay on mute. Do not interrupt. I'm talking to the kids in the classroom and you guys, please be quiet. It's just like you're in class, right? She gets to number 2. Another kid starts to say something. They mute, whatever. Love it. So 3 and 4 go by unscathed. She makes it, right? Number 5 happens, and she gets through the whole thing, and she goes, okay, that was number 5. And the kid unmutes and just goes, 5 golden rings. And I just go, what the fuck? Like,
wait, that's awesome.
I agree. But it's the fucking, he's annoying as fuck.
Yeah, the whole class, the entire class. Awesome. The entire class period, which mind you, luckily
he didn't sound like that. I mean, I sang that shit fucking good just now.
Fortunately, I had COVID, so I was locked in a room, and Jarrett handled all of the school and was a badass about it. So he had to listen to this little fucker all day long and
I would just wait on her to wake up from her nap, because her hours were real fucked up because she couldn't sleep at night. So she would sleep, she'd get up in the morning, but then she'd go back to sleep. And I would just be waiting so I could tell her what this fucking kid said that day. Like, God damn it.
Did the kid's name rhyme with Boston?
No.
Because that sounds like something he would do.
I'm going to change the teacher name, but let's say her name's Miss Martinez. It's not. But there is not a time where she doesn't finish speaking where he would just go, and Miss Martinez.
That's fucking perfect.
And Miss Martinez.
Because I can't find a paper to do it.
It was just this whining.
There was one of these kids in Henry's virtual class at the beginning.
Yeah.
I remember his name. Again, I won't say it, but oh my gosh, I don't know how his parents haven't kicked him out.
100%.
In 2nd grade, but please just give them to a fire station.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're getting through life.
Yeah.
And that same kid is in his in-person class now.
Okay.
And I don't know how the teacher is.
Well, this
alive.
kid is obviously being kept home. Because anytime that we've had to quarantine or anything, he's been home. So he's being kept home by choice by his parents. Like,
Man.
I feel like there's a point where you just go, you know what?
Well,
Maybe you just need to go get COVID.
all of those kids are. I mean, the
I
majority of those kids are. Very few of them are coming in and out.
Two at a time this time. There was two of them, Everett and one other
that were in. So there's,
child
you
that
know,
were-
probably 8 or 9 kids that are there every single day, which is kind of cool. It's actually super helpful for Everett because he'll get on. And if he has a question, sometimes the teacher doesn't have time to fucking answer the question.
Right.
And so the kids will just be like, yeah, you press this and blah, blah, blah.
But not, I mean, I don't want to just keep harping on this. I know nobody fucking gives a shit, but I'm just also catching
5 golden rings.
I'm actually just catching up with you guys too at this
I
point.
know.
Like, fuck it. This is not the
Sorry, everybody.
Prosper Moms fucking podcast, but the teacher's also trying to balance the classroom, the virtual room, this fucking kid, and she's trying to do half of it in Spanish. So it's like,
Dios mío.
so there's these kids. I mean, Everett cried. He literally cried one day because he couldn't focus. He's got pretty severe ADD. He's had to learn some stuff, some new techniques. It's only in 2nd grade. We're working on it. But with all of these kids, like he can't mute them. He can only mute himself.
Right.
But he has to stay in the classroom. And he was like, I
couldn't handle
it.
it. There was one thing that my kid had to do. He had to do a reading assessment or something, but it was very official. The school person that was organizing it was on the call, asked all the parents to come in and help their kid with following the link and putting in the password, but nobody could start until everyone was logged in.
Oh.
So it was all the kids and their parents not on mute, talking over each other, and I wanted to scream. I looked at my kid and I was like, dude, you're awesome for doing this every day because it's driving me crazy.
I got another story about this kid.
Yes.
and then I
could say his
promise we're gonna move on. But he did this one thing where that kid, obviously, again, he's been doing it since last February. So he asked the teacher, Miss, what did you say, Martinez?
Yeah.
Okay, Miss Martinez, can we work in groups? And
this is fucked up.
And Eric, not Eric, Everett goes, oh man, okay, this is great, right? So I'm in the other room. I'm doing shit. I was breaking down cardboard boxes or some shit, and I can hear him in there. And I go, hey, what are you doing? And he goes, oh, we're working in groups. So I'm making up this story that we're writing a fairy tale, and I'm just making it up and telling him, and he's typing it out, and then we're going to turn it in. So that kid types out all of Everett's ideas. I fucking listened to the whole thing, right? Now, that kid did contribute a smidge, but for the most part, it was Everett's story, and he has this thing. He likes to end everything with "to be continued."
Well, Everett hates writing. Like, he loves to make up a story. He does not like to write it down or fucking type it. So it was perfect.
So here's the thing. She didn't mean you can work in groups and turn in one thing. She meant you guys can stay on here if you want and be writing your shit. So that kid just turned in their paper.
That's his
And Everett was like, I thought this was both of ours. And she was like, no, that's not a thing.
So he had to do it again. And he asked me, he goes, well, what if I said like there was a dog named this and a cat named this? Could I just say there's a snail named this and a hawk named this? And I just went, yes. I don't give a fuck.
Whatever.
I don't care.
Absolutely.
We're going to tag you for plagiarism. Fuck it. Go for it. I heard you make that shit up.
It is great to see you guys, Amy. It's awesome to have you back here in the daycare, and Eric will welcome you back next week. Sean is gonna ride it out at home for a while. Also, he lives a long ways away, so we're gonna just kind of keep it doing that. But that way, Take One will be back next week. So no Take One tonight. However, it's going to be a fucking great show. We're talking about the movie Half Baked. Let me get to some business real super quick. Coming soon, we will have 2 specials, 5 questions, top 5 winners battles, and our top 5 bottom.
Am I on the list somewhere? I would say on this show, I've definitely got a top 5 bottom.
And then the bottom 5 winners.
The bottom
I'm
5
sorry. I was just like the top 5 bottoms. We're just going to have the top 5 bottoms in here. We're going to see how much they can
All right,
take.
everybody, get your bar of soap.
Yeah.
All right. All you power bottoms line up.
Oh my God, that is funny. Also coming up, no takers so far on the FIFA tournament. So Eric and I will play FIFA, and the loser will have to do something stupid with their beard.
Monkey tail.
I think we may do the monkey tail.
What's a monkey tail?
Oh, it's awful.
It's really awful.
What is it?
It's bad.
Check your text messages.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Is it in the text thread?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way,
Can y'all just put those little red alert things like next to shit that's like interesting or funny?
No, because we're gonna think all of that shit's funny. Like the four of us are laughing at that shit all day, and you're just over there ignoring us.
Yeah.
And
guys, everybody else I'm in group threads with. It's not
guys, we are a Patreon-driven podcast. If you don't know what Patreon is, it's just a way that you can support creators. There's musicians and podcasts and poets and all kinds of different shit. And for as little as $1 a month, you can be part of the winning team. We give away all kinds of perks and things like that. Newest perk is coming in February, which is exciting. Everybody is caught back up, and they're all fully staffed at the warehouse at Bandware now. So all of your Bowling for Soup and Jarrett Goes to the Movies and Jarrett Reddick and what else do I got?
Jared Kelly.
Yes, thank you, buddy. Jarinus. All that shit. Everything is
people on vacation.
Rockstar Dad. Shut you fuck. Anyway, just go to patreon.com/Jarrett Goes to the Movies. We got 2 new supporters, guys. We have Matt Swartz coming in at the $10 level, everybody. Give it up for Matt Swartz. You're going to like this.
I can finally stop freaking out.
Eric, you're going to love this one. Our newest $20 supporter, you'll hear his name along with his brother each and every week. Jeff Millman is at the $20 level.
Hell yeah. Well, this is going to be an intense love triangle, and I don't know how I'm going to make my way through it, On one hand,
guys, if you are a new Twitch follower, we are absolutely shouting you guys out at the end of the show each and every week. So hang out for this episode to hear your name. We're glad you Twitch followers are here. And by all means, please spread the word. We're happy to be on Twitch and on YouTube where we're free to do whatever the fuck we want. This is a David Dooley and Woody Chambers production. Our producers are all at the $20 and up level, and they do include Ad Craner, Amy Pitzinger, Andy Smith, Ashley C., Brian Mason, Brian Dunning, Shell Ordway, Chris Cranfield, Chris Jacobs, Corey Reed, Daniel Cotton, David Dooley, David Murray, Denny Chambers, Derek Smith, Diane Small, Don Petretta, Gregory Cordone, Greg Lee, Greg Stevens, A Hangover You Don't Deserve podcast, Jared Spear, Jason Ellsworth, Jeff Millman, Jeff Yeager, fucking Joe Barlow, Joey Bishop, John Gickler, Joseph Richards, Josh Millman, Kate Etro, the MVP, Katie Gardner, Kim Murphy, Kirsty Fisher, Lily Hollahan, Lisa Wenzel, Lucy Murray, Mandy Pretty, who just had a birthday recently, Michael Price, Mike Breton, Nick Brignoni, Paige Turner, Rodon James, Ray Elliott, Rich Osborne, Robert May, Sean Blackstone, Sean Barger, Steve May, Steve Rhodes, Tess Green, Tim Trafton from Maine, Trey Wren, Vinny Cataldo, Wendy Matta, Woody Chambers, back in Texas, and Sfee Hurst, everybody. Give it up for all of our supporters. Don't forget, if you're at the $35 and up level, you can send us a video review of the movie. We'll play it on our Twitch broadcast, YouTube broadcast as well. And but the audio will go on the actual podcast that goes to thousands and thousands of people. So we would love it if you want to remember that perk and pitch into the show. We're talking about Half Baked 1998, which again, I guess last 5 years in the van we had this, and boy did we quote this a lot. 6.7 out of 10 on IMDb. This, I'm gonna be honest, this surprises the shit out of me. Same. Because there are certain aspects of the movie to me that okay, I'm like, okay, well, that character could have been better, this, but 29% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Boo!
29% of the people liked it more than they hated it.
That's criminal.
That seems crazy to me. Like, it's a silly movie. I get that. But, you've got to, it's a really funny movie.
What do they want? Fucking Bridge on the River Kwai? Like, this shit was fucking hilarious. And I pulled this thing up on my Roku. Did you guys know? I don't know. You guys heard of this Roku? These Roku TVs?
No.
Nope.
How does that work?
So I have all these apps installed: Netflix, Peacock, Hulu. The list goes. YouTube TV,
and you just put them all on this Roku. It's like a Rubik's Cube or something.
And it's in my TV. The files live inside my TV.
Nope, I don't get it.
Yeah, dude, you've totally lost us now.
Or the cloud, which is just somebody else's computer somewhere.
Okay,
but
that's fucking crazy.
So here's the deal. You can think, okay, where can I watch this movie? Is it on Netflix? And you go to Netflix and you search for it. Oh, shit, it's not here. You could go on. Roku lets you search for the movie, like, in general, and it'll look through all the things that you already own and say, well, it's here for $2.99. It's here for $1.99.
Right.
This motherfucker was free. And I was like, that's great, because this movie fucking sucks. So at least I get to watch it for free.
Right.
And I was wrong. This movie's fucking hilarious. And
hey, I'm liking this.
Me too.
Now, had you not ever seen it before?
Now, I had seen it. I knew that I had seen it. Maybe that's why I thought it was stupid. Maybe I thought it was stupid in 1998. I knew, like, Jim Brewer was in it and Harlan, whatever his name is. Like, I was familiar with the plot. What I didn't realize is how many things that I say or make jokes about came from this movie.
Yeah.
I would have thought they were from Anchorman or from some other thing. But my God, it just kept happening.
Yeah. So many quotes in this. Honestly, from a writer standpoint, this movie is pretty fucking spot on. I mean, it's a silly story, but it's supposed to be. It's that's the whole thing, right? I agree. I mean, for me, all of that late 90s Dave Chappelle stuff, we even used to watch The Nutty Professor all the time. I don't know if you guys remember, but in Nutty Professor, Dave Chappelle plays the comedian that, like, hurts his feelings and makes him want to lose weight. He just comes out, women be shopping. Women be shopping. You cannot stop no women from shopping. And, like, that's the whole character, right? But he basically was doing these, like, pre-Chappelle show skits, and that's what he's doing here in this movie too. And anyway, mind blown that it was that low on Rotten Tomatoes. Now, Eric, did you do a pre-synopsis since you hadn't seen it in a long time, or no?
No, I remembered the plot. I for sure remembered that they were potheads and that one of them, I didn't remember which one, but I knew one of them went to jail and they were selling drugs to raise money. And I remembered that there was some conflict. They got so good at it, or their weed was so good that it caused a conflict with, I remembered almost all of that. So a pre-synopsis wouldn't have done any good.
All right. Well, then let's go this direction.
Over to Eric for his synopsis.
The story of three not-so-bright men who come up with a series of crazy schemes to get a friend out of jail. Nah.
That is the fucking worst.
That's terrible.
That is a terrible synopsis. Not even remotely what the movie is about.
And may God have mercy on your soul for writing that down.
What?
God have mercy on whoever's soul wrote that on Internet Movie Database. Supposed to be our
that could have been the synopsis to anything.
I guarantee you that fucking dude, whoever wrote that,
to, oh brother, where art thou?
That guy just goes around writing shitty Yelp reviews for good restaurants, just to be an asshole.
A series of schemes. There was no series. There was one thing.
One thing.
Do any of you guys any of you guys like actually give like 3-star ratings on Yelp? I feel like I'm 5 or 1, right?
I don't know if I've ever done a Yelp review.
Really? Or like a Google one?
Google, yeah. I'll go out and give 5-star reviews. Yeah. I think maybe only I've done 1 or 2 ones. So and that's it.
I mostly will do it for good. The fucking there's a fuck Sonic and Prosper. They got a 1.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? I mean, I'm definitely a 5 giver. And I feel like if I
just think people that give like 2 to 4 are fucking weird.
You just didn't even really need to say anything at that point, right?
And I know it's supposed to be for honest reviewing. The whole point is that you want people to do that so you know, but like, just like, who fucking has time?
Nah, not worth my time.
Yeah, but you got to push me to the brink for me to give you the 1. But it's happened. Frisco Olive Garden. Prosper Sonic.
Fucking Prosper Sonic.
Fucking Salina Dentistry.
And mind you, we
happened.
We go back to Prosper Sonic all the time. Today, Everett got he gets a grilled cheese with pickles.
This is fucking crazy.
Right? That's the thing. He likes to add pickles to his grilled cheese. It is what it is. It's fine. And so he got, Jarrett brought it home on Fridays. He gets to have Sonic and a treat. That's like our deal. And so Jarrett brought it home and he opened it up and they forgot to put the fucking cheese on the grilled cheese.
He got a pickle fucking sandwich.
Okay, so you know what? He told me this story today and I can 100% see his future in stand-up. He was selling it like it was a story. He did it.
Yeah.
And he was like, and guess what they didn't do? I think I know where this is going, but please sell it to me.
So,
and I go, so they give you a pickle sandwich?
It's just crazy. Like sometimes, I mean, it's not like just normal shitty thing, and it's still busy all the time because
the Sonic, right? Okay,
and you know when they're always out of ice cream,
right? Okay,
and one time they were out of fried food.
One time, so one time the fryer didn't work, and so it's like, well, what do you guys fucking have? Well, we have anything that's not fried.
Your baked chicken with mixed spring vegetables.
Yeah. They close
sauteed.
They close at 11. One time I went there at 9, and the kids were here, and so we were all getting hot fudge sundaes or some shit, right? Like, hey, we're watching a movie. Fuck it. I go there. They're like, we've already cleaned the ice cream machine, so we're not doing ice cream. Like, there's fucking 10 cars here.
I can't believe they told you the truth.
They told me the truth.
Well, that's the thing too. And then one time we went, this is whenever I finally left my 1-star review, which I still feel pretty proud of. But we went there and I tried to order something. They didn't have it. I was like, fuck it, I'll just eat at home. Jarrett tried to order something and he was like, never mind, we'll just get Everett's. And then Everett, and they were out of all 3. Like, they didn't have one thing that we tried to order.
I remember this because you wanted the chili cheese dog. They were out of
you don't have to just like tell people that. I feel like that's not like.
Oh, okay.
I wanted the grilled chicken wrap.
Right, but they were out of the really healthy
wraps.
Shit. They didn't have that. Yeah, they did not have it. So anyway,
large water.
You remember when you ordered that foot long with extra chili?
Foot long.
You know I fucking like shoved a French fry in that motherfucker.
Topped with tots.
Just fucking.
It's just crazy.
Anyway, it's the fucking worst. So but yeah. So
I wrote my review. I commended them on their new health initiative where people can't eat any of their shitty food because they don't have any fucking food.
Oh, I bet that's one of those really.
I will say this. It's
fighting obesity in America.
It has 1 star. That fucking Sonic. That's unheard of.
I'm actually glad this topic came up because this came up on this on the Facebook. You guys know about this Facebook? It's kind of like MySpace, but okay. It's like MySpace was my.
It's like the Roku, but for your computer.
It is, yeah. It's Roku on your Mac.
It's in your computer.
And so, good friend of ours, good friend of Bowling for Soup, good friend of literally the whole fucking music industry in Dallas, has opened up a new pizza place. But it's more than a pizza place; it's an Italian food place. So they've got like lasagna and fried ravioli and fucking all this shit. It's called Yonkers Pizza, and everybody should go try it because the reviews are outstanding and it fucking looks amazing. Unfortunately, we've had fucking COVID. I haven't been there yet.
I know, but I like all the pictures. It's like
pictures are fucking great. Yeah, it's like fucking food porn. So someone went there recently and wrote a review, and to be honest, you know, they start out talking about how bad the pizza is and this and this and this. And like they try to be funny, like to compare it to something like, and so it's like, okay, so you had a bad experience with that. But then they go, This fucking reviewer, 1-star reviewer on Yelp, then goes, and it's called Yonkers Pizza. Not one person that worked there looked like they were from New York. Like, that's a thing.
Like they had like a tan. Like,
I'm just and I'm going, yeah, like fucking, like how many Mexican people work at the fucking Prosper Taco Bell?
Yeah, are you supposed to import your employees?
You know,
well,
right?
It's literally called Yonkers Pizza because that's where his dad is from.
Yeah,
it didn't occur to any of y'all that he might have just been joking and making a sarcastic joke. Y'all are taking this way too seriously. He's just fucking making a joke about it.
No, the problem is that fucking 1-star review shouldn't have happened, and it's an angry.
Maybe you haven't been there yet. Maybe the pizza does taste like a ketchup on a tire.
Here's something.
Or
I'm gonna tell you something right now.
Did you just say ketchup on a tire?
Listen up.
That's a fucking good one, dude. Really good.
As a spokesperson for the fat lady community, I don't need more than a picture to know if fucking pizza's good. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good point.
The food there is gonna be fucking badass.
It's what's under there. What if it's on like a 9-grain pancake or something, and they just don't know what the fuck they're doing?
Here's the thing. This is the God's honest truth, and we should.
That guy probably likes deep dish.
Let's
like a
get
fucking
this.
psychopath.
Let's get this out of the way now.
Just because he's your friend doesn't mean he makes good pizza.
Not before we move on with this particular show, but before we move on with this show in general. It is hard to fuck up pizza. I don't give a fuck who you are. This whole New York and Chicago and blah, whatever. Pizza's just fucking delicious.
New York is better.
It doesn't fucking matter. It's and here's the thing. So Rob, the bass player of Bowling for Soup, gets to this whole thing. Well, if it's not New York pizza, then it's just fast food pizza. That's bullshit. What about just regular pizza, which me and Sean happen to really like? We both like regular old pizza.
I'm with Rob.
What?
I'm with Rob.
Stop it. That's not even a thing. No, that's ridiculous.
No, it's not.
Pizza is, but you're a pizza hater from way back anyway.
I'm not a pizza hater.
Yeah.
I just hate shitty pizza.
Anyway,
Pizza's
there
my
is
favorite food.
Fuck pizza, and it's hard to fuck it up, isn't it, Amy?
Yeah, I
even when it's bad, it's fine.
I agree, because I've got my favorite kind of pizza.
Sure.
But then my not so favorite pizza is still delicious.
Yeah, Domino's is like dog shit, but we fucking eat it, right?
Yeah.
It's like sex. Like even the bad sex, kind of good.
Yeah,
at the end of it all, I have my favorites.
Yeah, that's something that only a man would say.
Yeah, that's pretty. There's like a couple of times.
That's not true. Sometimes when it's bad, it's bad.
I'm with you though. I mean, like, there's a couple of times I've been weirded out by both. You've
never been on the other end of that shit show.
Yeah.
Had any complaints, and I wouldn't care if I did. So
I've heard that saying forever. That sex is like pizza in that regard, even if it's bad. No, that's not true. Bad sex is bad.
Somebody actually just put that in the chat room. Captain New, I don't even know what the fuck.
Yeah, a man said that because they've never had to fucking just be underneath some fucking.
Yeah, it's a fucking hole. There's warmth. It's wet. It's fucking disc with fucking cheese on it. It's fucking all delicious.
Don't get me horny.
Well, we'll talk about that.
The same for both.
All right, Sean, if you don't mind, let's dive into this movie that we all know is Half Baked.
You know, I've heard people say they don't get high the first time they smoke. Not me. Oh, not us. We were really, really high. We was told up.
Do you guys feel different? A little. How about you, Scarface? How you doing, Penny? Penny?
I haven't been so thirsty in my entire life.
Do you guys hear that? Feels like Jerry Garcia's in my head. Am I going crazy?
We look at that day as the day that we met the fifth member of our crew. Marijuana. Oh, Lord, we was hooked.
You know, the best part of this movie is that they stop with the kid actors right away. My God, they're terrible. And it always blows my mind. Like, there's good kid actors out there.
I don't think this one required good kid acting though.
That could be a fucking great point.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be like
it's supposed to be like, It's just that, like, when the kid is holding his head and he's like not even acting high. He's almost acting like he just woke up from like a nightmare or something, and somebody hit him in the face
Well, I
with a
guess the
golf
problem
club.
is they should have found children that have already started using
Been
drugs.
high, yeah.
Yeah,
Can you imagine they're going to be like, okay,
Hey, act
now
more
act really
fucked up.
high.
Yeah, how old are these kids supposed to be here? And you're just like sitting there going, yeah.
Did you
yeah.
ever have that kid in class that like pretend to be fucked up because he sniffed a washable Crayola marker? Or
Of
something?
course.
The Elmer's
yeah,
That's
of
what
course.
these kids are acting like.
I pretended to have a retainer for a month with a fucking paperclip.
Or with like
so
a
many people
bubble
did
gum
that.
wrapper.
It was a paperclip. It really was.
Oh yeah. Did you? Was
And
it
then I ended up
really
for
cool?
like 3.5 years.
Oh man.
It was
Yeah.
karma.
That's what happened. It's funny, like you'd go to the orthodontist and kids would like, hey, I got to get out. I'm going to the orthodontist, whatever. Oh, you getting braces? Yeah, I'm getting braces today. Then they wouldn't put your braces on yet. You gotta come back the next day. Fuck, I didn't get my braces.
I got the
I'm
invisible
reliving that
kind.
at 30 years old right now.
What's that?
I'm
Oh yeah,
reliving that at 30
well,
years old
it
right now.
is funny. Like you're never getting these fucking braces,
No.
but apparently
I want to
they
go.
just want to keep charging us.
I'll get some too.
But we already have a set number. I thought the same thing, but no, they just want me to just go there for no reason.
So those of you with kids who are listening to the show have to have recognized that Kenny is a kindergarten teacher. So, but when he would talk, he created that show Puppy Pals, and he is the voice of Bob, and you can't unhear it.
Nope.
So it's like every time even when he's like butter stuff and butternuts, it just sounds like Bob talking to the puppies.
Puppy dog pals. Yeah, I know
And
that.
there's a guy named Bob who makes some inventions a couple of puppies can use.
Bingo and rolling.
Couple of puppies. They do what puppies do. And there's a guy named
I
Bob
thought I
who makes
was-
some inventions a couple of puppies can use.
God, I would just love for like, I don't know. I'm just gonna go like 10th grade me to look into my future. Just sitting there in my fucking
Here you
chain
are.
pants and my Marilyn Manson shirt. And
Oh, just sitting in the second story of your house,
Yeah,
just
just
sitting here talking about
Pops away.
Yeah. The pups will play. So you guys
Maybe
know
we should get
That shit's catchy.
bonus.
you
let's
guys
get a
watch
bonus
that
episode
show?
with the kids.
That could be your take one.
Great. So Eller is not really into that, and Greer is more into Vampirina and Doc McStuffins.
Yeah,
and
so
Solid
Everett
show.
went through that.
I
Yeah,
didn't hate when those were
No
on.
bubble guppies.
no, she doesn't care about Bubble Guppies. She likes
big into the Bubble
Toy
Gup.
Story. And Fancy Nancy.
Fuck
She likes
Fancy
Fancy
Nancy.
Nancy.
Yeah, that one sucks.
She's
Oh,
the fucking
by the way, so this is what I was going to ask. JDino75 said, Arf the dog, and Arf is the best because
Arf's the
there's
shit.
shit that he can do, but he can't do. It's like, they haven't programmed me to clean up after you guys yet. Like Arf, I wish I could. I fucking love Arf. But
Arf.
yeah, Everett went through a Vampirina thing where that's pretty much all he watched. That one you
Weird.
can kind of,
Wait, isn't
I
James
hear that.
in that one?
James Vanderbeek?
Yeah, isn't he the dad?
I think that might be true.
I actually don't know.
I think he's the dad.
Unfucking believable. All right, then when we meet Jim Brewer's character, and he's at the record store, and the lady just goes, and he goes, "Oh, $7 for a used Kenny Loggins record? I'll give you $5 for it." And she goes, "Well, it's autographed by Kenny himself." He goes, "Okay, $4."
And they think it's so
It's
funny.
the funniest thing they've ever heard.
And
Which
it is funny. It's just for me, Jim Brewer in this is literally the only thing I don't like about this movie. It's just
yeah.
so
It is so much.
exhausting.
Yeah, I will say
The
that.
fact that they only made one of them like that is kind of okay to me because I feel like if you've ever hung out in a circle of a bunch of fucking stoners, there really is always just one
I
of
had
those.
this guy. He was like one of my best friends, so he was always there. I loved him to death. He's super funny, super sweet, like very sweet. And this was him all the time.
Yep, I had one too.
And so it was
Nicest
like
guy in the world.
endearing to me.
I just think that, it's funny when you watch the show, like, so he didn't really even want to do the movie because he wasn't a stoner. But, Dave Chappelle was like, dude, you're just fucking perfect at this character. I think his comedy all the time is like that to me. Like it's a little over the top. I like there's some stand-up where he does like AC/DC songs and shit, and he can do Ozzy really, really well and stuff, which is really funny. But I could see how he would get a little annoying to you, Eric.
It was just, it did not ruin the movie for me at all. Like some characters have ruined others, Michael Keaton and Beetlejuice. But this was fine.
It's funny. There was a Beetlejuice thing going around the other day, and it was like Johnny Depp in negotiations to be the new Beetlejuice. Or not, no, I'm sorry, I fucked that up. To be in the new Beetlejuice. And I was sitting there thinking, I bet he's not going to be Beetlejuice. He's probably just going to be in the movie. And everybody's shitting their pants right now going, oh, fuck. Why are they replacing Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice? What's wrong with you, Eric? What's happening right now?
Why are they remaking this? To see if they can make an even shittier version of the shittiest movie ever?
It's a Beetlejuice 2. So, and Michael Keaton is still great. So they got to, have him in there and shit.
God, my watch just told me to watch my blood pressure. Fucking freaking out.
Roadhouse.
All right. So, this whole thing, you have to kind of keep perspective on this movie is an interesting thing too, because 1998, weed is illegal everywhere. Medicinal marijuana is just a fucking idea at this point, but they really did have these delivery services in major cities. And I can remember my manager Fro and our A&R guy from Jive, they'd get these guys to come and deliver them weed. And it was exactly like this. It'd be a dude on a bike in really good shape because he's delivering weed on a bike. And he'd come in and he'd have like a couple of different things and they'd pick some out. And, I'm just sitting over there going, we're going to all get arrested. This guy's 100% a cop for sure, And so I didn't smoke, obviously.
Scene immediately after this one, when he's mopping the floor at Frankincense and Burr.
Yeah.
I was like, I immediately went, I'm gonna hate this. I'm gonna love this. If they named this pharmaceutical company Frankincense and Burr,
yeah, I mean, then he gets you pretty good though. And at the first, and I even skipped one because when he goes in, he goes, we call them bodegas, and he goes to the bodegas, whatever, and he goes, you got to do something crazy so they remember that it's you, or whatever. The guy just goes, hey, black ass.
Sooner.
Yeah, and so that was like a really big one in the Bowling for Soup van back in the day. I have to admit, like you'd just be like, "Hey, black ass," really funny. And then of course there's Billy Bong Thornton, which we've all, I mean that's a fucking great name for a bong. My brother smoked pot my whole life, and I never did. I was part of the Just Say No generation, and I had a button and everything. And my brother would make a fucking bong out of a Coke can or an apple, like we'd just be on vacation and he'd find somebody that had some weed and he could just make some crazy shit. And then at the end of vacation, he'd always leave his weed up in the ceiling up above the toilet because he'd be like, if somebody knows, they know to look up here, and I
is he the MacGyver smoker?
No. Well, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the whole fucking get me a snorkel and all that shit. Obviously, I think the most famous scene right off the bat is the who's on Munchies, and when he just starts, you have to admit that that Jim Brewer delivers this whole thing. I mean, it's pretty fucking great.
It's really difficult for me to separate
beef jerky. And he gets,
I know,
so good and fun,
water, man, and a lot of water. All right,
gotta be chocolate.
That was scripted.
I think a lot of it is made up. I mean, I think he was just going off and just, and then of course there's Dave Chappelle that's like, hey, get me a box of condoms and some of that shit we used to get back in the day. And that's a big Bowling for Soup thing. It's just like, anybody need anything from the store? Hey, get us some of that shit we used to eat back in the day. What is that called? Oh, pussy.
Pussy?
Yeah, just really, really good.
like I knew that there was this horse scene, and of course, so that's a big. I think if people haven't seen this movie in a while, and you ask them about Half Baked, I think they remember that.
Yeah, the horse scene. Yeah.
But I didn't remember the. Hey girl, you hungry? And
Yeah.
that lady walks by and goes, "Fuck you."
Yeah, because I was talking to the horse. And then
So
just
good.
the whole like, if I'm not back in 10 minutes, call the police. If you get back in 10 minutes, we call it Domino's.
Domino's.
It's so great. And then there's just there's smokes a lot is so great. I want to talk to Samson. Fly me to the sky fly me to the moon like that bitch Alice Crampton. Just so great. And then
I didn't realize it was
that
him
was
at
hardcore
first.
prank call material and like.
Oh yeah.
Oh really? I
Nice
want
prank.
to talk to Samson.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
For
that's
sure.
amazing.
Go on.
Yeah.
I need a backiotomy is so
He
good.
slept with my mama.
He slept with my mama. Like, hang out and smoke with me. I got my weed. I got my bong out.
Oh, green eyes gonna miss it.
It's just so
I
good.
say that I don't even have green eyes.
The horse is a diabetic, and his name's Buttercup. And just when he's freaking out, losing his shit, he just goes, "I love butter stuffs, butternuts. I love Cup. Now, the guy on the couch, such a fucking great character. And Casey was even saying that, like, you were the guy on the couch.
I was the guy on the couch in California for a little bit in this apartment with 1 million people that lived in it off a Marine Corps base. And I just like put all my shit in my car and drove there like at 4:00 one afternoon and just decided I'm living in California now. And I'm like in a lot of phones as Casey Couch.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely did my share of couch sleeping. And the guy on the couch thing, and definitely would hear people going like, "Who's that on the couch?" And like whoever invited me is still passed out upstairs, so they're like, "Yeah, I have no fucking idea who that is or whatever." You think he's cold? And should we throw a blanket on him? He looks fine. Let's
Actually, on the way, this was weird because we drove. I followed a friend of mine, the one who I ended up living with up there. She already lived there, came back home to visit for the holidays, and then I followed her up and was like, fuck it, I live in California now. And on the way there, she had stuffed like 8 joints in a cigarette box to just bring back to California with her because they were relatively new to the area. I'm like, I don't know how you can't get weed in California.
Right.
That seems crazy. But her, at the time, husband was in the military and he was with her. They were going back on leave. And when they got up to there's like border checks once you get into California. And I guess he panicked and was like, dude, you can't have this shit in here. Like, I'm going to fucking get demoted or something crazy. I can get in big trouble. So she ate it all. Just ate it, all of it.
Yeah, which does nothing for you.
No.
If it hasn't been, I mean, essentially just gives you a stomachache.
No, that's not true.
Awful.
Yeah, so to eat it, it has to be like cooked and all the stuff.
No.
Yeah, I think so.
Nope.
I think that part just makes it taste good.
Oh, okay.
Like actual, able to eat it.
All right. I always heard that if you just ate a joint, it really wouldn't do anything.
She could not walk when we got to this apartment.
That's crazy.
And
Maybe if you ate one joint.
He had her thrown over his shoulder, walked in the house, took them back to the bedroom, and there's all these other people that live in this house, and I literally am in there with a trash bag full of shit, and I was like, oh,
Welcome
hi,
home.
I live here now, to like all of these strangers.
Oh,
So I
man.
was literally just like this random person on their couch.
That sounds
Why couldn't you?
awful.
Why couldn't you just poop in the toilet?
What?
Yeah, what?
Oh, because you had all your shit in a bag.
Well, it was a long drive, Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Trying to
Do
say
you guys know the comedian? Are you guys? I know Eric probably does. Is everybody else too young to know the comedian on the couch, Stephen Wright?
I looked him up, but I don't know who.
So he basically his character on stage was the guy on the couch, and I've talked about him on the show before.
Oh.
But he would come out and he would just be like that. He would just be like, the other day I spilled spot remover on my dog and now he's gone.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, he's that guy.
Okay.
And then he like,
Well, he's real Mitch Hedberg-y, kind of just deadpan,
but very dry,
one-liners. Yeah.
aggressive, just like the other day I was walking. Wait, that wasn't me. And then he's like,
I gotta watch this.
and then
guy.
he's like, the other day I was walking through a forest and a tree fell in front of me and I didn't hear it. I've always loved though the other day I spilled spot remover on my dog and now he's gone. Like that is a fucking beautiful joke. I mean, my God, but yeah,
I wonder if that would hold up well.
it would.
if I went-
That would be a good one for us to watch on a movie night one night. Is just to bring
would
up
be
like an
fun.
old Stephen Wright because it's just
we found a new guy, by
Yeah?
the way.
Who?
Have you watched Jim Jeffries stuff?
Oh, sure.
I know he's not new.
Yeah,
but
love
I've
Jim
never
Jeffries.
Watched his stuff before.
Love Jim, and especially the early ones where he would get shit faced the whole time.
Okay, see, I haven't seen those, but we watched him on this new show on Netflix, The History of Swear Words or something like that. Have
Okay.
you seen the show?
No,
He's on it, and I get it now. But he's pretty funny.
love Jim Jeffries. Yeah, he's great.
I like that guy.
Very, very good. Very great comedian. Australian, but actually made it in England. And the thing that I like about him is he always ends his specials with like a really long, like a 20-30 minute story that like isn't really that funny until the very end. But man,
wraps it
you're
up.
so invested in it by the time he gets there. He basically talks about I think it's a second special. He takes his quadriplegic brother to the bunny ranch.
Oh,
And
man.
that's the last 20 minutes of his show, and it's fucking awesome.
Sounds great.
All right, buddy. Sean, next.
I'm scared. Hey, Kenny, we're gonna get you out of there, man.
All we gotta do is raise 10% of 1 million, yo. Which by our calculations is
Fucking impossible, man. Come on. Hey, $1 million.
Oh,
All my life I did everything right. I never screwed up. I fed the horse. I didn't know I was a diabetic. I was scared.
Kenny, stop crying. Stop crying, Kenny. Look at me. Come on, don't let them see you crying there. Come on, man. Show me your mean face.
No.
Yes, show me a mean face, Kenny. That's good.
Somebody needs to animate this as him as Bob.
Oh, for sure.
Just some scenes.
Because you can't unhear it.
Just some scenes from this movie.
By the way, something going around about Sam Jackson, and there is a really fucking funny. If you follow Netflix on Instagram, Netflix is funny or some shit. I can't remember. They did one yesterday where they go, who has sworn the most in a movie, and you're like, it's going to be Samuel L. Jackson. It's fucking easy, right? It is Jonah Hill in Superbad. And then they basically do every single swear word he says.
Yes, that's
The
the
entire
History
time.
of Swear Words.
Oh, that's
show.
from that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that's fucking
I think
amazing.
it's like the first episode.
Okay. Well, yes. Oh
But
my
that
God.
was surprising.
So,
Wolf of Wall
Have
Street.
these people never listened to Jarrett Goes to the Movies? One episode. One fucking episode of this
Just
fucking
depends.
show.
Especially if we're all drinking, which we hadn't done that in a while.
Yes.
This isn't relevant, but I guess that's what I contribute here usually. Have y'all ever seen the Jonah Hill story about working with Morgan Freeman?
No.
So he was on that Graham Norton show. I think it was that show. and he
Oh
was-
yeah. So that fucking show comes up all the time, and it's just so cool how he has that variety of people there talking about shit. It's fucking great.
So cool. But he says that I have no idea why. I mean, whatever. So he says that he worked on a movie with Morgan Freeman and that he just didn't speak to him the whole time. Like they did like their scenes or whatever they needed to do, but he didn't really talk to him. And that was kind of that. And, some actors are that way. And so everyone has their own process. And he said that they did a scene, I don't know, they're like in a car or something. And then they cut. And Morgan Freeman just looks at Jonah Hill and just does the Jonah, Babona, banana, Babona, me, my, and Jonah. And then he just goes, cool, man.
Yeah.
And he just goes, now you do me. And he was like, what? He goes, now you do me. And he said he was just like, Morgan, Morgan. And that was it. That was like the only communication they had for the rest of the whole time. Like that was it. I just think that's the greatest.
I'm
story
gonna
of all
start
time.
doing that to people.
Yeah,
For
just
sure.
like
I do that. I do that to kids. That's my fucking go-to for kids. I do it all the time.
Yeah, until poor Tucker
There is
comes up.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tom Brady and Drew Brees are now like the oldest quarterbacks to ever face off in playoffs, right?
That's right.
And somebody has photoshopped them as old men.
It's fucking great.
Did you hear the comedian who voiced over as Morgan Freeman? He did his Morgan Freeman impression.
Oh my God, no.
It is spot on.
Yeah.
It's insane. And I
Yeah.
don't know the guy's name.
Yeah, there's
Had it
a
on the
couple of
Today
those
Show.
dudes out that, oh man, it's so
I
good.
could not believe it was not Morgan Freeman.
That's what she said. Now he meets Mary Jane at the jail. And
all right, all right, here's another one.
Yeah.
When
go
they
ahead.
walk out,
Yes.
because my dad was a drug dealer, he goes, that must have been the shit. That must have been shitty. Like I have said that so many times. That must have been the shit. And then someone will go, it ruined his life.
Well,
That
as
must have
he's
been
walking
shitty.
out, as he's walking out, he just like, she's like, oh, is this your work uniform? Oh no, this is my costume.
I thought of you
Tomorrow,
immediately.
yeah, tomorrow,
Yeah, and then he said tomorrow I'm going to be a cowboy.
I'm gonna be a cowboy. The next time I'd be a cop, whatever. I dress up like a different village person every day. But it's so good. I love the fucking costume thing, man.
She drops him off and he goes, but don't call me too late because you know I'll be stripping in the evenings.
Yeah.
And it,
Yeah.
Motherfucker said ice cream.
Yeah. Oh, that's fucking great.
Derek and I will still do that one.
Yeah.
I got ice cream.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I had to make my move while they're sleeping. So good. And then so just all of the exchanges between him and the scientist, where he just like, the scientist is like, hey, can you run this down there for me and just make sure to bring the order back or whatever?
I know it's not your
I know it's not your responsibility. So he just goes, hey, I know it's not your responsibility, but while I'm doing that, you just mop the rest of this shit up here.
Anytime I hear the word janitor, I go custodian.
Dick.
Yeah, he goes, oh, thank you, janitor. You're welcome, scientist.
Scientist.
That. Yeah, that's fucking great. That's
another
like
thing that I didn't realize was from this.
What's that?
The thank you, scientist.
Oh, thank you,
remember
scientist.
that was from this. Yeah.
So obviously, okay, so Harlan Williams, is that his name? He's in jail. And another just fucking great exchange is when he comes in, he's got all that fucking weed from work, and he's just like, yeah, I got all this weed from work. And the dude just goes, yeah, we don't really feel like smoking, you know? Yeah, me either. So y'all want to smoke? Everybody goes, man,
I'll get Billy Bong Thornton.
Yeah. No.
Not without Kenny.
That's right.
Use Wesley Pipes.
Wesley Pipes. So great. All right, now they're not drug dealers, they're fundraisers. So, this is such an interesting thing to me because this has to have happened, right? Where someone starts a business like this and just hands out business cards and shit. I mean, the word has to spread somehow. And I guess you just don't give a fuck. I mean, again, when Fro used to buy weed in like New York or LA or whatever, like it was just, you call this number and the person rides up and you just, half the time they hang out and smoke with me, I mean,
It's really good.
I think it's interesting. Like, I don't know. Am I allowed to talk about? I mean, obviously, Chris Burney smokes pot. He literally fucking like does like
he's
on Facebook Live all the time.
He's got nothing to hide.
But like, it just appears for him everywhere he goes.
Well, sure.
And that's like seems like it would be like maybe, I don't know, a friend or somebody he's met in the past or somebody said this. But like one time I was just standing outside of a place in Oklahoma, just by myself, just standing outside of a venue, and somebody saw my little pass and was just like, oh, hey, and came up and talked to me. And they were just like, oh yeah, we love them. We've been following forever. You know what? And just like handed me like the thing to their little pin, their little oil thing.
Oh,
but they didn't it wasn't an arranged deal. She was just like, you know what? Why don't you give this to Chris for me?
Yeah.
I just feel like he'd want this.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
that's sweet.
I don't know how I feel about
That's the big thing is
complete
that like
stranger.
he
I feel like I'm about to get. It's a trap.
So I used to be really anal, and he would call me daddy, and it's fucking that's not going the way that I expected it to go. Actually,
Yeah.
But he would
Top 5
put
bottom.
out on Twitter like, who's got some weed? I'm in San Antonio or whatever. And I'd be like, dude, like, don't fucking do that, yada yada. And I fucking lightened up, like who gives a fuck, right? But it pretty much just sort of just lands in his lap, so to speak.
I was at you guys remember this Bed Bath & Beyond? You guys been there before?
Heard of it. Yeah, heard of it.
So I was in there.
We can't go there.
Casey and I can't go because we can't get out of there without spending like $700.
Yeah, those 20% off coupons they email you
Fuck
us
you
over
every time.
Sometimes we
Yeah.
go to dinner first, like have a drink or two, and then we like wake up and we're like, "What happened?"
Terrible.
Oh no! Why did we buy 2 duvets? I was in there maybe 20 years ago, and the girl that's checking me out, not checking me out, but like the scanner scanning my items with the barcodes and whatnot. She was cute, and I was just trying to like be funny, and I was like, well, I saw all the bed stuff and I saw all the bath stuff, but like, where's the beyond stuff?
Oh
God, she wanted to kick you in the face so
That's
bad.
the 17th time she heard that hour.
Especially if they've seen
No.
Switch.
Because she looked over her shoulders and leaned in and said,
"Click.
You want some pot?"
Oh, was that the code word?
That
I was
is
like, no.
fucking awesome. I didn't even know
That's
how
awesome.
to
I
react.
feel like if you accidentally stumble upon that speakeasy
You have
door,
to take it.
you need to just take it. Like
Yeah.
even if you don't smoke weed, like I just feel like you just be like, I fucking did it. I found the portal.
Because
Yeah.
okay, you guys know in Bed Bath & Beyond that those big, tall, over the towels, that's like, it looks like a display of towels. You know that's one towel folded over foam so that it looks like a bunch of towels stacked up.
Mind
Yeah,
blown.
look that shit up. But I bet behind there is where they keep the weed.
Mhm.
And so if you say yes, then they're like, okay, go back to the mauve 300 thread count. No, you don't do that with towels, do you? Anyway, go back to the mauve super plush towels, second bin on the left, something like that maybe.
It's like
I
a
don't
help
know.
yourself section.
Okay, I feel like I need to like just call out to the fans to just go to a Bed Bath & Beyond and try to
Yes.
find a mauve super plush towel on that
300
shelf.
count, I believe.
And just
Don't
look
go
in
to
there.
200.
Gotta
You're
be
gonna
there.
get the shitty stuff.
I don't know what I would do in that situation. Like if here's the thing also, I don't know if anybody has ever tried to sell me weed. It's always something like terrifying, like
Keyword there, sell you.
cocaine.
That's the difference.
What? Oh, okay, sure.
Your life in the world of marijuana is probably similar to that as like a girl.
Right.
Like people just want to
Well, I would
give
never.
it to you.
I would never have it anyway, or like have it. Like that. I would be so terrified to even like have it on me. Like
I know, but I'm saying, but I bet it's been offered to you a million times.
offered to me.
People just assume that
Yes,
you do.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
So offered to me all the time. And
Okay, well, next time they do, will you just please take it and just save it up, and then
what am I going to do?
Happen to leave it over
At
in
your
the
house,
southwest corner of your studio in a cup, Wild Gear cup or something.
That's just it. I would be so freaked out
tricky
just to fucking have it. Wild Gear.
I don't want to try to figure out like all of the logistics for it. I'm just saying the very first step you could take is just say yes, just take
I
it.
get that.
And then we can figure out the rest at any other time.
All right, hold on. Eric, did this make you horny? All right, Eric, this is where you tell us whether or not at any point during this movie, this motion picture made you horny.
Okay. The movie did not make me horny, and I don't know how this works for women, but I know that the guys will know what I'm talking about. I was sitting on the couch watching the movie, and I just kind of like adjusted and like, I think maybe like put my leg up just to get comfortable. And it kind of like brushed across my penis.
Oh, yeah.
And I started to like kind of get a little bit of a hard on, which kind of made me horny. But
Right.
it didn't have anything to do with the movie. It was just like my
Just your
underwear
own-
brushing
You know,
brushing up against.
The answer is no, then.
Zaldor. So there goes when the titty popped out, right, Eric? Like,
That's
it's
a real titty.
Yeah, what did Jim Brewer say?
A whole titty.
It's I can't remember that, but it's so funny.
So no, the movie did not make me horny.
Oh, that sucks, man. I'm sorry.
That's
that didn't
fine.
happen. That's okay. And you got a lot going on. You were just in prison. The guy tried to take your fruit cocktail.
You're also getting older,
Yeah.
Yeah, not everything's going to make me horny like it would have when I was 15, right? So it's just the way it is.
So when the Squirrel Master comes out, it's funny because Casey had just said, "Why have we not done Up in Smoke, like a good Cheech and Chong movie?" I'm like, man, we really should probably pick one and do it. Some of the more obscure Cheech and Chong movies are really, really funny, but I guess it would be probably best to do one of those. But
do you want me to text you again what not to talk about on the show until after we've done dueling trivia, or what?
No, not at all. Oh shit! Wait,
What
did I already
Up
step
in
on that?
Smoke.
Hold on, let me read.
Look at that. We've got some
Let me make sure that I'm not fucking
interesting comments.
What is happening?
We're getting rated by Jude's stream.
Woo!
Oh, okay. All right. Well, come on over.
Come on over.
What are the pictures? Come on over, baby. Is that Amy Grant?
In the pictures?
Where did you text me?
What if we were like just Amy Grant?
Let's do that.
Can we make that?
They have an Amy Grant emoji.
Everybody follow Pixel Viking if you like gaming videos. I wish I knew more about any of the gaming videos, but he's funny and awesome and really fucking tall. In case you're wondering.
Oh no, I'm not going to talk about that, dude. Okay, so no, that's not where I was headed. I was just going to say, Tommy Chong. That's not it at all.
It is it. It is it.
I just fucking.
Well, if it helps, I know nothing about him nor the movies he's been in.
Holy motherfucking shit! Did you? Okay, you're right. I did the wrong one. Okay. Well, I'm sorry. I fucked that up. So now what? You're gonna have to think of something else.
Yeah, I will.
You know what? That's a fucking speed bump on y'all's shit. If I talk about your shit, Amy's not over here going, "Hey, Jared, don't talk about this."
I've got a lot of questions.
Dumb. Also,
he puts a lot more effort into it than I do.
Eric, she said that. Hey, Eric, tell everybody what the other text that you sent me. That's what I thought you were talking about.
Oh yeah. So the director of this movie, also directed Billy Madison and the movie Crossroads that stars Britney Spears and Jarrett Reddick, credited as Jarrett Von Erich as well. The same director. Do you remember the director, Jarrett, when you were there on set? Tell us about her.
I got directed. She was just like, "Hey, do this." And I was just like, "Okay."
Did you say aye, aye, Captain?
I had to teach Anson Mount how to play the song, and he didn't know how to play guitar. And that was the big thing as they were trying to do is just get my face away from the microphone and have Anson Mount. I'm literally that movie for 3 seconds. But
it's a lot longer than any of us.
Well, I think I did a pretty good job. I played myself.
I feel bad because you looked at me and I don't think I've ever seen it.
Yes, man.
Oh, I used to love that movie.
Really?
Oh my god.
You know, the girl, all of the two other actresses like
Zoe
went on
Saldana.
they went on to do crazy shit.
She was in Center Stage, which is one of my favorite movies.
Oh,
from
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I used to love that one.
Oh,
That
and then
made me feel lots of weird things. I was very young.
Oh, I love that movie so much.
Still
do.
Had a weird thing for male ballerinas for a second.
Charlie, oh my god.
Yeah. Real
And he was
confusing
not gay.
with the tights. I don't know.
You can
What are you
see
gonna
all
do?
the things.
Well, so I think the whole thing where he goes on the date, he's only got $8 is fucking so brilliant. And he's just like, okay, after 3 hours and 14 miles, she's just all of a sudden hungry. And he does the whole hot dog thing and steals it. And then, he has to swear that he doesn't smoke marijuana, which on the banana split.
If I ever pass a homeless person
all
on
I
the
could
street,
think about was like what you would do on the first date if somebody smashed your hand into some fucking food like that.
It would be I would not
you'd probably not talk to that person
ever.
anymore.
The second that happened, I was just like, Jarrett would just implode. Like
that would be
it.
that. It honestly, I didn't even think about that. It would be
I'm
one of the
surprised.
most horrible things that's ever happened.
I
to
was
me
gonna
in my
say something to you, but I was like, I'll just wait till the podcast. Like, I just couldn't imagine if like someone was like, I'm gonna try to be quirky and funny and smash your hand in an ice cream sundae.
It would be the fucking worst thing ever. It's actually giving me anxiety thinking about it.
Okay, so but is that just is that not something that like a friend of yours could do?
He doesn't like,
he
hates
like
it.
you're dipping a chip
If a friend did that to me, I would. Well, yes, but I would slap him in the face with the dirty hand, and we would all laugh hysterically. But I don't like things on my hands. Like I don't like.
He's literally over here like.
I don't like to get my hands
are
dirty,
like this.
and especially in a situation where they're in like I assume they're like in New York or San Francisco or some shit. That place probably doesn't have a bathroom where you could wash your hands off, and napkins are probably scarce. And I would fucking lose my ears are warm right now. I'm fucking losing my mind.
Even if you had napkins, it would get dried and sticky, and then you just get little fibers.
Oh, and I can't do that. Like that. So to me, that doesn't make sense. Like if it just wiping shit off.
Does that bother you right there?
No, I don't care. It's not my hand.
Oh no.
I don't give a fuck if it's your hand, Eric. Oh,
But
gross.
Oh, is it on your pants?
You know
Yeah, now you got Coca-Cola pants.
Fucking Coca-Cola pants.
Coke pants.
Fucking Coke pants.
It did make him horny.
Sucker.
Anytime I pass a homeless person on the street, I always go, "Don't mind if I do."
Yes. Roadhouse.
I don't want to dwell too much on the hands thing, but I have a question.
Yeah.
Like a Dear Abby question.
I got some booty.
So my husband and my best friend Katie both have the hands thing. They fucking just, their hands have to be clean. I got hand sanitizer in my purse. I'll use that all the time. But anytime you walk into a restaurant, the person goes, "Come right this way." And he'll go, "I'm going to just go wash my hands." And she'll go, "I'm going to go wash my hands." And then I think to myself, well, what if I wanted to wash my hands? Because now I don't know what to do because I can't just abandon this lady.
Now you got to go in there and take one for the team and grab the table. I can't sit down.
But every time you say it, I think, oh, I'd like to wash my hands too. But
You can go when I get back.
when the everyone just bails.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I just went and was like, oh, me too, the lady would just be there with the menus and be really confused.
I'm already thinking about like when we're walking into the place, I'm already thinking about like if I can feel things on my hands or like if I've pet a dog or a cat and like I can literally feel it. And I'm just like, I have to go do this
But then I'm like, okay, well, I'll
minute.
just use my hand sanitizer and eat this meal. But then I'm like, they think I'm disgusting the whole time.
Right.
Like you
I
guys,
do the
like
same
you
thing,
and
though.
Katie are
After
just
I
like,
doc-
you're gross.
After I pet a dog, even if it smells clean, like it's just been groomed or washed or whatever, I have to go wash my hands.
You can usually feel somebody
It's like on
else's
the
dog.
Tips of your fingers.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a paraffin wax on your hands?
Of course.
That's the best.
But you like that because it's supposed to be there?
I can have that and it peels off or whatever, but I
Because
don't.
it all comes off.
That's right. So I don't like lotion on my hands.
You know what I'll do? If I put lotion on my hands because my hands are dry on the back, I'll just rub the palms on my pants or
Yeah.
something to get the lotion off the palms.
But then
and the
he'd be
tips of
thinking
my
you're getting the
fingers.
pants shit on your hands.
No, because it smells good.
Well, so the only
the
time
fibers.
and I don't do it anymore because Casey is allergic to most lotions, but I used to.
I bought you one. You haven't even tried it.
I should. I mean, I used to
right by
just
your
like
sink.
it'd be the last thing I do at night. So in bed, I like lotion up my hands and then my hands are soft or whatever. And that I'm okay with that. But I couldn't like leave that situation and go do something else without
No.
stopping and washing my hands. I couldn't.
If you jerk off and it gets on your hand, does it bother you?
Well, no, it doesn't bother me because I know I'm going to get it off there.
Well, he just looks like a cat with tape on his feet.
I mean, you're 48 years old. Do you not just have like?
Well, no, I can do the thing where I make like a circle cylinder and I get it all in like this little area right here, you know, and it's all just there. And then I just go. Sometimes you can go to the shower and just go splat.
Fucking gross.
That was a great volley, by the way, Eric. Thank you, buddy. I have to pee. And I actually want to pee before I get into this next bit, which is before the clip. So does anybody else need a break, or do you want me to just go, or do you want me to play music? What do you want me to do?
Music.
Yeah, play some music.
We'll talk about it every time. We should have
Guys, I have break stuff over here.
Oh, okay. Do break stuff.
But we should do break
dancing.
Steven Spielberg presents Back to the Future, a Robert Zemeckis film. Marty leads an ordinary life.
No McFly ever amounted to anything in the history of Hill Valley.
Well, history is going to change.
And 1985 is not his year. But Dr. Brown is about to change all that.
Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
He's sending Marty 30 years back in time.
It's a flying saucer from outer space!
Now, he's trapped in the past.
It's gotta be a dream.
About to meet
chocolate.
His future father.
He's a peeping Tom.
Wow!
And he's making an impression on his mother.
He's an absolute dream. And he can sleep in my room.
Anything you do could have serious repercussions on future events.
Now, he's got to make his mother and father fall in love.
For crying out loud, I haven't even been born yet.
And only Dr. Brown can help him get back to the future.
Are you telling me that this sucker is nuclear?
Precisely.
Michael J. Fox.
Whoa, this is heavy.
Christopher Lloyd.
There's that word again, heavy. Why are things so heavy in the future? Is there a problem with the Earth's gravitational pull?
Back to the future.
From the director of Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Adam and Barbara are ghosts.
What's the good of being a ghost if you can't frighten people away?
Their house is being haunted by the living,
Maybe the house could use a little remodeling.
and they can't scare them into leaving.
They're dead. It's a little late to be neurotic.
So they're calling on Beetlejuice,
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
who's no ordinary ghost.
You don't want his help.
Can you be scary?
What do you think of this?
Now, the party's over.
You want somebody out of the house? I want to get somebody out of your house.
But the fun has just begun.
It's showtime. Learn to throw your voice, pull your breath, fun party. Not bad.
This is amazing.
Want a cigarette?
Oh, no, thank you.
Oh, yeah, here I come, baby.
He's guaranteed to put some life
Attention, keyboard shoppers.
in your afterlife. Michael Keaton is Beetlejuice.
I'm the ghost with the most, babe.
This is Jack Burton in the Pork Chop Express, and I'm talking to whoever's listening out there. It's a pretty amazing planet we live on here, and a man would have to be some kind of fool to think we're all alone in this universe.
There is a hidden world where ancient evil weaves a modern mystery.
What's going on here? Is this some kind of
Magic. The darkest magic.
They call it Little China.
Finally, we shall bring order out of chaos.
It's where Big Trouble was waiting for Jack Burton.
Who? Jack Burton. Me.
Jack Burton. What's up, Vinny? Vinny made it, guys.
Oh, look at that.
We're still waiting for Tara Hole and me to get back. There she is. And then my wife will.
I know. I was like, I'm not coming back after that.
So, I hope you guys had a good break.
What happened?
So here's the thing. So we get to this part of the movie where it's comedy, but it's also brilliant. Where he's like, all right, so there's few different kinds of smokers. You have the enhancement smoker. So this is the guy that weed makes everything better. And so fucking Jon Stewart is, I mean, that's the thing, right? So we'll just be like, oh man, have you ever tried that place? Whatever. Have you ever tried it on weed?
You know what's so funny is that I forgot that was from here. And like the second I heard it, I thought it was funny because the only person I've ever heard say that is Gary Wiseman. He says that shit all the time because it's funny.
Because we all got it from this. You ever inspect a $20 bill on weed?
I always say red team go.
Yeah. There's the scavenger smoker, which never has weed, but as soon as you smoke, they just show up and he just goes, oh man, I just stopped smoking on Friday. It's just so funny. I love all of the different kinds of smokers and all of that shit. And Snoop is great in this,
the after school special, and then his 40-year-old I'm still cool dad.
Yeah, a 40-year-old in the other room wondering how he can connect with his son.
The Nana smoker for her arthritis and glaucoma.
Yeah.
I'm only creative if I smoker.
Oh shit! Are you giving away some of your stuff right now, or
it was one of my questions? But since we're talking about
well, fuck it. Here we go.
Oh, okay.
Dueling trivia.
All right. Each week we do a dueling trivia situation with Amy and Eric. They are versus each other right now. Amy in the lead, I believe, pretty commandingly. Eric, what's our score?
Yeah, this is becoming my least favorite part of the show. And probably only going to get worse the further ahead that Amy pulls in this thing. She is ahead 8.5 to 6.5.
Yeah.
We're getting to the point where I won't be able to come back. This does only prove what I've been saying all along, is that I host trivia because I can look up shit on the internet and put it into a PowerPoint.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that I'm smart. So I think it's my turn to go first. I was going to ask you, what are the names of the two prisoners that continually duel over Kenny while he's in jail? But Jared already.
I fucked that up. Yeah, I completely fucked that up.
Wait, is it Nasty Nate and Squirrel Master?
Yeah, that's
right. Okay. So I was just looking at my notes from the film, and just right off the top of my head, he's got $8 to spend on the date. How much does he have left at the end?
I was wondering if that was going to be a thing, but I didn't look it up and I don't remember. I think it's like 42 cents.
That's super close, right?
But that's what I'm going to go with.
Well, it makes me feel like my shit is wrong because I had 17 cents written down in my.
No, it's just
in my head. I thought
thing.
it was like 13.
Yeah, okay. I thought it was like 41 cents, but
I thought it was like 13 cents. I feel like 17.
Well, what the fuck ever? She didn't get it right.
You didn't get it right.
So fuck her.
All right.
Right.
All right.
But that's not going to matter when I miss this. So
16 cents.
No.
Mike from Florida. And fuck, Zaldor knows some shit. 16.
Oh, look at that.
Here in 5 questions.
That's funny.
The first one he got right all day.
I think this one's pretty good. What is the dog's name is Killer that Scarface buys? What is Killer's brother's name?
Oh,
the three-legged bitch mom.
I think I know this.
The three-legged bitch mom.
I think
I know this. I know this. It's Nibbles. It's Nibbles. Yay! All right.
Okay.
Fucking finally.
I know that this is an audio podcast, but Eric just did the Hercules.
He did. Hercules. He did.
The tip of his fingers pointed away from
It's
each
almost
other.
like a band parent clap. It's about the same thing. He did. He got excited.
I'm so proud.
I haven't got one right since 4 Christmases, which we did 2 weeks before Christmas.
Okay, can I ask you one more just for fun?
Yeah.
What is Squirrel Master's squirrel's name?
Ooh.
That was my harder question.
Yeah, that's real hard. I only remember seeing the squirrel one time when he popped out. Did they say his name?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Fuzzy Nuts.
Fuzzy nuts. No, I would have been way off on that. Thank you for taking it easy on me. I appreciate it.
Eric.
Oh man, fuzzy nuts is good. Good job to both of you guys. All right, so Eric getting a point.
Heart is pounding.
Can we please round up the half points or round them back, or you guys just absolutely okay? Fuck,
I don't
they
care.
drive me.
I don't actually care. I just think
crazy.
it's funny that it bothers you so
It
much.
drives me. It
Drives you nuts.
driving me nuts.
Someone's gonna get one half right again, and it's just gonna.
I don't know that that's ever going to happen again. Okay, anyway, what's the score going into next week there, Eric?
8.5 to 7.5, and next week will be big because we've got 2 episodes next week. So
2 episodes next week. So a lot of things could change.
Big point swing. All right. Thanks,
All right.
Amy.
Sean, clip number 3, buddy.
Hell, back in the 60s, I used to smoke his shit on the street. Cops didn't say nothing. Hell, he's getting high too. Everybody was doing it. It wasn't a thing to do because it was a thing to do, you know. It was a thing to do because it got you high. Can you dig it?
I feel you. Nah, that's why I'm doing it. I feel it. Man, you cool as shit, mister. I hate to do it, but I gotta charge you. That's $60.
$60?
Yeah.
Man, I remember when a dime bag cost a dime. You know what I mean? You know how much condoms used to cost back in them days?
How much?
I don't know. We never used them.
We call this kid the after-school special smoker. He spends all of his allowance on reefer. Thanks, little buddy. Now, in the next room is father, and I'm 40, but I'm still cool smokers token up, trying to figure out a way to bond with his son. Isn't that ironic? Don't you think?
You actually rewinded when that happened, but just to kind of, I think, rehear the names or whatever.
Yeah.
And that was funny the third time.
And then I heard the punchline of the don't you think? It's so fucking good. So Willie Nelson, by the way, was the you should have been there smoker.
And he stole that whole thing with the you remember, you know how much condoms cost?
God, he's so, and
I don't know. We never used
it, man. He's so good in there. You know, man, so Willie's a big deal to me. I have him tattooed on my arm or whatever, and I'm looking back on him, just seeing him laugh at shit because he's really old now. And you know, I don't mean to bring the room down, but I'm gonna bring the room down.
I saw him in concert at Choctaw Indian Casino Gambling Resort in Durant, Oklahoma, about 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
And my Corey Reed, who is one of our $20 supporters, it was his birthday, and his wife bought him for his birthday, and I believe told him, please don't look at our American Express statement. Some really great seats. And so the 4 of us or 6 of us went up there, watched Willie Nelson. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
But it's very obvious that he's very old. His singing kind of drifts in between singing and just kind of speaking,
talking a little bit.
But I will tell you this, his guitar playing is still fucking phenomenal. And
did they set up super close to the stage and it's just him with his band really close to him, a circle around him, and he's just right in the center?
Yeah.
Right? So he doesn't.
His sister plays the piano.
Exactly. He doesn't use the whole stage. He brings it all in. It's like, here's what we've been doing or whatever. And Whiskey River, take my mind. And just, there we go.
We definitely had the conversation. I would love to see Willie Nelson in concert. I would love to. And he's been at Choctaw and Windstar and things like that. But he doesn't want to see him.
So I have seen him.
No, you don't want to see him now.
Yeah. So because I'm literally about to start crying right now, actually. I don't know if I would enjoy it right now. I think
it's tough to see.
He's a real big deal to me, like a really, really big deal. And so the last time I saw him, 2 days before, he was in Colorado and had to cancel the show and go be put on oxygen. And then because he doesn't even fucking wear boots anymore. He's up there in fucking what are those shoes that old men wear? New Balance. He's got these black New Balances with the white in on them, you know, but he was great. I just don't know that I want to see him older
You want to remember him at like the prime.
Yeah,
right?
I feel like
When you
everything
did
you're
see him.
describing is like last time I saw Marilyn Manson, and he's half his age.
Well,
that's how I feel about seeing Billy Joel. You know, I don't want to see him get any older, you know, because only the good die young, and I don't feel like he should go changing and trying to please me.
I'd still go see Willie Nelson. I would still go see Dolly Parton. I mean, she apparently still amazing.
This is the whole thing, like with Elton John to me too. Now, Dolly Parton is different.
The
Elton John thing, I didn't want to go because I never saw him, and like the Eagles, I won't ever go see the Eagles because I don't want to see them without Glenn Fry. You know, like I don't know. It's a personal thing for me, and I get it. You know,
but one thing really super cool about my husband is that, and I don't think a lot of people have this, is that if I want to go to a concert and he doesn't, he fucking just gets me really good seats and doesn't go. So
right.
I need to.
That's exactly what I
probably
do.
take advantage.
Now, have you ever met Willie Nelson? Like, had a conversation?
No, unfortunately, no. I know he knows who we are, and obviously he knows, you know. But so I was supposed to meet him that night, but there was no meet and greet because he had just gotten out of the hospital, and you know, blah, blah. I was gonna have him sign my tattoo,
that's cool.
and get that shit. But no, I haven't. But you know, I've met my heroes before, and I've never had a bad experience.
And they'll always be cowboys.
Yeah, my heroes will always be cowboys. I did Lukenbach, Texas on my last show, and that was cool. That was
another good one.
Thank you. That was a cool one to do. I had never really thought about doing that song.
Only two things in life that make it worth living.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. And he goes, the way that he says it, guitars that tune good and
firm feeling women.
Firm women. Yeah. But guitars that tune good.
Yeah.
I told my audience that night at my last Stage It show. By the way, if you're tuning into this, Mondays, every Monday, I'm doing covers on Stage It. But you know that Waylon Jennings was in the Crickets, right? He was in Buddy Holly and the Crickets, original bass player. He lost the coin toss to Richie Valens.
Yes, he did, and felt guilty the entire rest of his life.
Yeah, had a lot of I think a lot of the drinking and things, you know, was him not being on there because Buddy Holly was you know, his best friend. You know,
I don't think people. I think people listen to, you know, Peggy Sue or That'll Be the Day, and they go, well, I liked that. I like those songs. You know, those songs are good. But you don't realize exactly how young Buddy Holly was, and that was his, you know, first album, and he had his entire career ahead of him. You know, he would have been, he's one of the greats. He would have been one of the greatest.
Sure. Yeah.
Of all time, had he been able to, you know, continue to do that. I believe anyway, you know, it was just uncanny. You know, what was he, 19 when he died? I mean, it's just craziness.
Young. And I didn't mean to hijack this thing with sad stories about country guys, but
yeah, you know who else died that's super sad?
Who?
The guitar player for the New York Dolls died today.
Oh yeah,
Sylvan
that is
Sylvan.
actually sad. Yeah. So hold up a
big,
candle, dude.
Big band.
Big influence on pretty much everything you fuckers listening to this listen to. That band influenced them.
Anybody die that it isn't sad? Anybody?
Anybody die that we're stoked about? I can't think of anything. I know that
Osama bin Laden died.
Yep.
Hitler.
Oh, fuck that. Hitler's dead.
Yeah.
Yep. That's
we're glad he's dead.
Right. We covered it.
Good.
We covered
Fuck
all the
yeah.
dead people.
Answer: yes.
Good. Gaddafi, you know, fucking killed the shit out of that guy.
No, he's still alive. Isn't Saddam Hussein, you mean?
No.
They definitely killed the shit
Gaddafi's
out of that
brother
guy.
is in charge now. Gaddafi.
Oh,
Other Gaddafi.
this just in.
Yeah.
You guys, you can't wait to tell me this while we're on the air.
I'm sorry. You're right. We should have spoken about that before.
That's funny.
Son of a bitch.
So they make $20,000 their first week. They've got to get to 100. So you'd think, all right, we'll be done with this in
5 short weeks, right?
That didn't happen. So, but Scarface quitting his job is again one of the most iconic scenes in the history of cinema, right?
Yes,
I mean,
I agree.
There's
nobody that doesn't say that.
No,
Yeah.
exactly. That's the thing, right? I'll bet you a majority of the people who say that line all the time have no idea where it's from.
Dude, I bet like our kids fucking say or have friends that say that shit and just same thing, like have no idea.
Yeah. So
probably
good.
been mixed into a fucking song somewhere. And
Yeah. So that dude went on to be like a dramatic actor, and he was on that show Scandal. And I mean, it's crazy how, because I thought watching this movie that was him. Like, I'm like, okay, that's that fucking guy. It's not. Like, he's totally playing it up.
Recognized him from Weeds first. He was on Weeds.
And was he a bad guy?
Yeah, but like, I think he was like
Yeah.
regular bad guy, and he was doing it to that girl. Even though everybody was doing it to that girl.
Yeah. I mean,
all the time.
What does that sound?
It's Eric, like he's typing a book.
Eric, fucking shit, dude.
It's that sound is what I hear all day.
Oh, I know.
And so when
Eric,
I hear
and
it,
your husband hits those keys so
Is it
hard.
comforting or does it make you want to die?
No, I hate it so much.
It's how hard he types is nuts.
And he got a traditional, my husband is a programmer, so he's just typing all day. And he got a new keyboard that has it. I think the flat keys are fairly quiet, but he got keys that are like 17 times the height.
Yeah.
And so it's just
He wants to feel those real buttons.
Real aggressive with it.
Yeah.
Man, my mom she's a pecker. Like
yeah.
ding, 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 she's a pecker.
Yeah.
And she's got the little fingernails, and so she'll take one and just
Oh,
click,
right.
click, 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 click,
So it's
click,
just
click.
tap, 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 tap.
And it caused so much fucking disruption in our household growing up that she had her laptop set up and on our dining room table, and she'd pip, 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 with those fucking fingernails, and my brother would lose his shit. And then by the end of it, she's fucking throwing a book at him. He's fucking throwing a fork at her.
I'm
Like,
just
it was
lucky
so
that
bad.
he is so calm and laid back, because I'll just look at him like I'm gonna pierce his heart with something, and he'll just
people in this house are familiar with that look.
Yeah, it's funny because her family is so sensitive to sound. Dogs chewing, people chewing,
Fork
someone
touching a
biting their
plate.
nails, like any of that shit. And I had a toy store. I can drown fucking anything out and just not even hear it. Like I can hear somebody talking if I need to.
It's just unnecessary, repetitive shit, and it's a real disorder. People have it.
Mm-hmm.
Look, Kate, there it is. Look,
Disorder, disorder.
Yeah, System of a Down, I'm cool with,
But
but I just fucking hate like clicking or snapping or smacking or slurping or like if a ceiling fan goes out of whack and is like click, 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 click. I'd rather just fucking die than sleep with that going on.
You know what happened the other night? In the middle of the night, you know the little chain that hangs down from the ceiling fan? It just started to ding, ding, ding.
No, it's
it's
not heard.
never done that before.
Yeah.
Well, time to burn the house down.
I think
For real. When I was a kid, I spent so much time.
Roadhouse.
I'm not joking.
What
I
if my house
spent
caught on fire?
large amounts of time with electrical tape as a child, like fucking taping things that made noises and taping over the lights, like on every my VHS player or like even if it had a light, I fucking electrical tape.
Yeah,
I taped that little thing to the thing. I fucking hated that.
So weird.
I used to do the same thing. I would use electrical tape and tape my penis down, kind of like
you've got to
under my legs.
Yeah.
And if you tape it just high enough on your back, it'll stay there like all night.
So here's a thing. Me and Casey, we love that show RuPaul's Drag Race. And there's been a couple, so there's a new season and a couple of them where it's like, how is it possible that dude is wearing that and you can't see his ding ding?
I have a vagina
So-
and I couldn't wear some of these
There,
outfits.
so
they're very
she's
snug.
there's YouTube out there that shows you like how they do it and how they tape it back.
Oh, I want to see that.
It will blow your fucking mind. It's not actually. It's almost like an illusion.
So you've seen my channel. Okay.
Wait, so
You told me that you had not.
like the tape job is the illusion? Or
No,
the
they
outfit is
they
the
tape it
illusion?
back or whatever. But the way that it's padded and everything.
Oh, okay.
In other words, you could add, say, padding and make anything disappear, right?
Yeah.
So that's sort of the way that it works.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's way different
So
than
they have a whole drive-in show in Dallas.
Oh, I meant to respond to that text message. We all know
No,
that's where
I
we
get
are.
it. Yeah.
They were supposed to do that here this year, and they canceled and rescheduled. It's funny that you said that
Yeah, I
because
saw it and I thought of you
did
guys.
want to go. So I'm totally down for some drag queens.
I would love to see it.
Yeah, I've never been to a live one, but I do love that fucking show. It's great. All right, where was I? Let's see. All right, so
we were tucking.
We've got to tuck the biscuit.
Yep.
No, we were. That's a Jarina song that's in the works, by the way. Tuck the biscuit. Not
just
joking.
write it and sell it to RuPaul.
You're right.
Because
I
RuPaul
should.
just puts all of
It's kind of
RuPaul's
metal
music.
though. The way we were doing it, like tuck the biscuit, you know, kind of thing.
I know, but you know, RuPaul just puts all the RuPaul songs in RuPaul.
100%. Everybody, now scissor that wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So smart.
Yeah, it's fucking brilliant. All right, so Brian gets fired, and he has to come out. You have to have thought this was funny, Eric, because when Jim Brewer's character gets fired and he comes out with the briefcase, he's like, "I'm not gonna do what you think I'm gonna do," you know.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. There were plenty. One of the clips we just watched. Well, when they go, well, we only have to come up with 10% of $1 million, which by our calculations, and he goes, is fucking impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he says funny things. I didn't find his character unfunny, just funny, but really.
But
annoying.
did you think this scene was really funny? Because I thought this fucking take on Jerry Maguire was really funny, and he's just like, Jan. Thank you, Jan. And then they're walking out. And he's like, "Will you be my girlfriend?" She goes, "Well, I'm a lesbian.
I'm gay.
Hardcore dyke."
She seemed like not. Yeah, like. Yeah.
I
like she's really not.
Jerry Maguire when I first saw it.
Oh,
I had
you
never
didn't.
seen Jerry Maguire.
Right, yeah.
So I had no idea that it was a spoof off.
Same, actually.
So there's so many.
And I still thought it was
I knew people
hilarious.
said who's coming with me, but I didn't know where it came from until we saw Jerry Maguire, which that movie's.
Which is funny because there's so many like early 90s references, like even the Alanis Morissette.
Mm-hmm.
Like, isn't it ironic? Don't you think? Like, you'd have to know that bit, but
you got to remember too. Like, I mean, as far as this movie came out in '97, right? Like, I didn't see this movie until 2003 or something, 2004.
Right.
So some of the references were like a little bit off.
Yeah.
I mean, even fucking Bob from Puppy Pals was just the dude from Rocket Man. Do you remember that movie?
Yeah, of
Like,
course.
you know,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Now we do finally get to the MacGyver smoker, which is a Baldwin brother. And he comes out from under the car and I go, "Casey, that's a Baldwin brother." She goes, "I knew it right when I saw him."
Yeah,
You know,
you just
that's
know.
you just know
Greg
it.
Baldwin.
That
I didn't
is
know how many Baldwin
Gregory
brothers there
Baldwin.
were actually for a long time. I thought there was like one or.
Are there 5?
There's a fucking bunch.
I believe there are
Steven,
that was
Alec.
Steven, Billy,
All I know is that I got this.
Daniel.
No, I got this list from you the first time whenever you said like the fucking funniest joke that you've ever said in my life, even though nobody has thought it was as funny as I did the first time you said it. And we were talking about pubic hair
Oh,
and just generational differences of pubic hair preferences.
yeah.
And I just went, did they even have bald ones in the 80s?
And I go, "Oh
And he
yeah,
goes,
they
they had Alec
and Daniel."
And,
Yeah, Billy.
That's a good
Yeah,
joke.
I just would lay in bed and that fucking joke would pop into my head and just laugh. I still think it's the funniest thing you've ever
that's
said.
good.
Oh yeah, okay, of course there was. You just kept naming them.
Yeah, we had Baldwins. Yeah, Daniel, he was the oldest. Alec, Stephen, Billy.
Yeah, one of them was in The Usual Suspects for sure.
Yeah, and then that's whenever I knew there was more than 2 Baldwin brothers.
Yeah, I think there's 4 actually.
That's
Pretty sure there is. Because this one, the one that comes out of the car here, he's the sort of the throwaway Baldwin. He's in like Biodome, and now
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and now he does commercials for like teeth whitening and shit. And
he writes an article for like Good Housekeeping Online or something.
He's
They just put him in
real.
commercials 'cause
He's
like,
real religious.
it's like the near voice. People get like the near Morgan Freeman voice. Like this is just like the
Oh,
near
right.
Alec Baldwin face. Like they put him on there because it feels familiar and maybe like it's somebody.
That makes sense.
But I mean, Billy Baldwin is still doing well, and
What does he do?
he is in a bunch of movies, and he's been on a bunch of TV shows, and I think
Gonna
keeps his life
fact
pretty.
check that.
He keeps his life pretty straight. You know who Alec is? Daniel, you know who that is? Daniel Baldwin is a heavier set one.
No.
Older. Yeah. That's all I got for you.
They
right
all look
now.
exactly.
Billy Baldwin hasn't been in anything since Born on the 4th of July.
No, that's not true. He was in Northern Rescue.
I know it's not true. That's why it was a joke.
Oh, I don't know. Well, I actually looked and everything was in the 90s except for that one thing.
Hey,
So I thought you
actually, I need to address something really quickly. I try not to hate on things. Okay. And I try to keep it. I try to keep everything positive as far as like what's coming out of my mouth. I leave the negativity to you fuckers, you know, like, and I try to stay positive. But yesterday, my child was grounded from screens for about 36 hours, and he finally got to watch something with me and Casey during dinner, because that's what we do now. We have dinner and we watch a fucking movie, right? Every day, pretty much. And he picked this fucking movie.
Oh, God. Amy, you warned me, and I didn't fucking listen.
With John Cena in it, where he's a fireman. And
Magic Mike 3.
Well, yeah.
No, that's not it. And it has John
Playing with fire.
Lithuania in it.
Lithuanian. Mm-hmm.
And the one guy from Kenan and Kel, isn't it?
That's fucking fucked up.
What in the world is... I didn't get that joke.
I had to let that one sink in. No, it's the one guy from it's
Keegan
Peele
Key.
and Jordan and Peele or something.
Keegan Michael Key. It's Key and Peele. Like it's
Key and Peele. It's from Key and Peele. And so it's
that is pretty close to Keenan and Kel.
It's the one that isn't doing.
We also just watched Good Burger, and I'm not lying. So that was
that really was in my head.
Funny.
But
Yeah,
anyway,
that was a terrible movie.
I'm not joking, Eric. It's probably going to come up on that Roku device and it's going to have like 5 fucking stars.
And we're running out of movies right now
Don't
in the world. So you're
believe
just like,
it.
fuck it.
I'm not joking. I can find anything in any movie that I ever watched. I'm just like, yeah, okay, well, it's a story. We're telling it, we're watch the thing. Hey, a song. This movie is the
86% on Rotten Tomatoes. Just looked it up.
No, it's not.
Fucking believable.
Playing with Fire. No, it's not. I looked it up. I know there's no way that's right.
You're lying again.
It is the worst fucking movie I've ever
I
seen.
took my kids to see that in the theater, and we were saved by diarrhea.
22%.
I am not
exactly
joking.
the same as this movie, I believe.
I can't believe it. I am not joking. They got lost in the middle of it and just started filming shit, and none of it had anything to do with the movie anymore. And
I'm pretty sure some of it was really inappropriate.
100%. Yeah, like
why are you holding this little girl while you're taking a shit, like in your pants around your ankles?
Super weird.
Why are y'all spending so much time like examining this girl that looks like she's 4 years old before you change your diaper?
Yeah.
Anyway, fucking warning to all you guys and girls.
Why is there some sexual tension between the teenager?
And here's the thing. I will tell you this. Keenan Peele.
Oh.
That guy.
Okay. Yeah.
He is good in this. He's great in this. And then John Cena, great. He's great in it. And man, boy,
it's like they're all great, but they're all in different movies.
What a
sad
piece of shit.
I think that John Cena is hilarious.
He
in
kills
Trainwreck, he was
amazing. Dude, Cock Blockers, that is a golden fucking movie.
But this one, it just tanked.
Oh,
it was
so bad.
I mean, he's fine.
Well, I'm sorry to hear about that. Sending thoughts and prayers. It's literally the least I can do. So
all right. So
what you can do is just not watch it.
So here's what's happening.
How did we get on that one?
We finally get to meet Sir Smokes a lot.
That's
Isn't
right.
This around this time?
Hang out and smoke with me. And yeah, I got my bong out. They fucking go over there and they hang out now. But we find out that the Squirrel Master is out in 11 days. Now that's terrifying, right? Because son of a bitch in pants. Then he goes to rehab, which is an AA meeting.
You in here for weed?
Rehab?
With a fucking sign that just says rehab on the thing, and he just goes, "I'm addicted to marijuana," and everybody, the guy stands up like, "What? This is some bullshit."
We had a friend in high school. He was probably 16 or 17 years old. His family was really fucking like hardcore, like military, which is funny because he is now too. But he used to smoke all of the marijuana. And he was like a good student and a nice guy. He fucking like lived his life. Obviously, as a parent, I understand not wanting your 16-year-old child to be fucking smoking a bunch of pot, but like they sent him to like full blown like 90-day like fucking rehab.
Oh, Jesus.
And when he got out, he was like even more fucked up because he was getting ridiculed so much from these people telling these horrible fucking heroin
and probably
stories.
like people passing him fucking shit, and I mean, like,
He did so many more drugs when he got out of that fucking
that's
rehab.
what I was gonna say. Yeah.
It was outrageous. Like,
Yeah.
and his
Yeah,
parents,
this shit sounds fun.
Do not put your kids in rehab for marijuana.
Oh my God. All he did was learn about like, it's not like he like came out fucking like shooting up. He literally was just like acid and mushrooms and all that shit that just sounded like a blast. Like he was
He
on
learned.
it.
He learned what he should do,
And he knew where to get it. He met 100 people to fucking get that shit from. Like,
Yeah.
I have close friends and family members that have really serious drug problems, and I don't not support rehabs. I think they work for some people, but I think for some people it's just really a fucking community of more people to get drugs from.
Yeah,
True story.
I'm doing a rewatch of Breaking Bad, and it's
Wait a minute.
Sorry, Jarrett. Breaking Bad.
Okay.
Breaking Bad.
No.
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
Well, that's what I said, and then you
No,
started to
said-
sit
you
up like
said Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
It's
you watch
Breaking Bad.
Yeah, you watch Breaking Bad.
Do we need to have this conversation again? What's the most important part of the phrase? The breaking part. Bad's just bad, but it's breaking. It's
It was
breaking
really,
bad.
It's really, really bad.
They're doing it in a bad way.
Bad. It's bad. You're bad, Jerry.
But that's one of the little subplots is he goes to rehab so he can find new people to buy
Yeah, it's real.
crystal
That's
meth,
real.
right?
Yeah, that's a thing.
Spoiler alert.
So now,
sorry, if you haven't seen fucking Breaking Bad yet, then
if you
I don't know what to
though,
fucking tell you.
Honestly, though, like one of the things that
You just think it's a fucking like Malcolm in the Middle reboot, and you're like all excited. It's all methy.
So when I was a kid, Eddie Murphy was on Saturday Night Live. He was doing like Gumby and shit, but then he would go out and be the dirtiest comedian of all time, right? At the time, and got it. Now, Bob Saget was on the most wholesome of all shows, the most wholesome of all shows, right? Then he told the worst jokes on Funniest Videos that anyone could ever imagine.
The fucking like.
So people would go see this guy perform live, and he is sincerely the dirtiest fucking comedian that's ever lived.
Not even like
not listened to.
He's not even like tactful dirty. It's just like, and then to sucking a dick. Like it's not even like it's It's just
it's not even funny.
It's
funny.
It's not clever. It's not clever.
It's not like that one's a thinker and it's dirty. It's like I'm just gonna fucking talk about fisting an asshole right now. Like it's like literally like I don't think that's
Wait, was he like that before Full House, or did he do?
Yeah,
this
he's a stand-up comedian.
It was he was always a comedian. He got that gig.
I was just wondering if he did that more so after he was Danny Tanner, just for that like real opposite.
No, I think it was going on
for the payday.
But it was funny because after he would show up in movies like this or what's the one with the Dumb and Dumber, and there's shit everywhere and like every movie he's in, he's a fucking character where he's just cursing.
Yeah, well, this one's great just because
So
I suck dick for coke. You ever suck dick for marijuana? And everybody starts doing it.
I'd remember that.
They were the worst extras ever.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, that was a rough room, wasn't it?
Ugh.
Yeah. So they killed Killer, and I love that he's a tree now. By the way, I like that.
What was his burial?
His burial was so good. You need a pee, babe? Yeah. All right, guys. Okay, never mind. She doesn't want.
What, Jarrett? What were you? What?
Oh, here's what I was saying. Sean, clip.
Well. If it isn't Mr. Nice Guy. Welcome to my lair. Well, now, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'd be from Jamaica, man. Not a mercy.
What part of Jamaica?
right near the beach. Boy, I think you're bullshitting me. Samson Simpson, I stick by my story. I'm from Jamaica. If I wasn't Jamaican, then why would I wear this hat? Delilah, get me 814.
814.
The fuck is 814? Oh! I'm sorry, y'all. I don't want to be the first nigga to die from a crossbow.
That's another something that I say all the time. Lord of mercy.
So good. So good.
I was reading, doing some research on this, and apparently the guy who plays Samson got so fed up with this film that he just wanted to quit, and they finally convinced him to do one day of shooting. And so there was this whole thing about how like Jim Brewer had left for the day, and so he really went and got high, and then they called him back so that they could finish off scenes with this dude. And I'm thinking, what kind of person like just wants to quit a movie, you know, like has the ability and the resources and the reputation to just say, fuck this shit, I'm not doing this movie.
Yeah.
Right? Tom Cruise can do that. Tom Cruise can go in there and just be like, no, I'm not, you know, this motherfucker was in like the Mod Squad in 1961, hadn't done shit for 50 years, gets on this thing and then wants to pull some fucking attitude like he's going to quit this movie because it's a piece of shit.
That's the way it goes, though. I mean, like,
paycheck.
It's like that with, you know, with bands that were something at one point. You hear all the horror stories of, you know, fucking Foghat coming in and being like, oh, no, this is not, this stage will never do. We must do this and blah, blah, blah. You know, it's like, just fucking get in there and play the show. Get in there and do the scene like you're supposed to. You know?
Play Free Ride or whatever it is, Foghat.
Yeah, fucking
Is that what they sing?
There's like 7 bands called Foghat now. You have like Clint Burrison, Foghat, you know? Free Ride. You know,
was it Free Ride? Was I right? Is that Foghat?
Slow Ride?
Slow Ride. Take it easy.
Or as my generation was it the first level of Guitar Hero.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Or as the generation before that,
Bam, bam,
the
bam.
party song in Days and Confused.
But bam, bam, bam.
We had Guitar Hero,
Green, red.
but we also had Band Hero.
Oh, Rock Band.
Oh, yeah.
Rock
Yeah,
Band.
Rock Band.
Yeah.
I never got to play
Rock Band was great.
Man,
so
it was
we had that
awesome.
on the Wii, and that was fun because you could have somebody playing the drums and shit.
Jesus Christ. Yes, sorry I said Free Ride instead of Slow Ride, you fucking cocksuckers. Jesus Christ.
Wait, are you reading the fucking comments again, dude?
Yeah, it's right there. It's next to the all of you beautiful people.
Kim Kardashian has taught us anything. Don't read the comments, Eric.
Yeah.
Just live your life.
Banana.
I like being angry, so this is fine.
Have you seen that thing? It's that meme.
Yeah,
It's
banana, manna.
It's a banana and then an old lady. And so
Yeah.
it's like banana, nana.
Oh, that's funny.
Banana, nana. Banana, banana, nana. Banana, nana.
Okay, now
Nana.
I'm not gonna not.
I don't
hear
get it.
Banana.
Yeah. And I don't want you. And I don't need you.
I
Banana.
won't eat you.
All right. So I think all of this is just, it's funny how a movie like this, you kind of watch it and you're just like, you know that he just can't believe he's being able to make this movie, you know, because it's just like, what the fuck is going on? So they're like, first of all, they rob the lab, and there's dudes at the front watching the security cameras. Just go, isn't that the custodian? Yeah. Okay. You want me to call the cops? No, this is too much fun. And just those two running through the fucking, you know, all the things. So there is
halls,
the things. I'm sorry.
What
in the butt? What
I
in
said
the butt?
What in
I said, are you gonna do it in the butt? What the butt?
Okay.
So they decide they're gonna fucking help him get Samson, and it never turns out right. You know, when you turn on the fucking ones you love. You know what I'm talking about, Eric?
Well, they weren't in love. I don't know if you didn't catch that part. It was just a rival.
I did have a nap.
During your watching of this?
Yeah, 100%.
Or just between watching it and now? I guess it doesn't matter either way. But they weren't in love.
You didn't have a nap, obviously.
I took a nap today.
Did you?
It's been a week since I had a cigarette, Jared.
Yeah, 1 week since I had a cig. Need to drink and I'm an asshole. I'm sorry.
I'm never not gonna
Eric
appreciate
is the laughing chicken. He's doing a podcast. It's the finest of the flavors.
I'm proud of you for trying to quit smoking.
Can I feel you if they're feeling bad?
I read the comments. I'm gonna go smoke as soon as we're done.
Hang out and smoke with me.
We did a smokers poll.
He had sex with my mama.
Okay, I didn't remember that was Dave Chappelle playing that character, and I didn't recognize it in the first little, vignette that they show of the music video.
Oh, it's so good.
Fire
moon like that bitch Alice Crampton.
All the prank calls.
Oh, that's so good. So good.
Oh, were you part of the Jerky Boys generation? Was that
100%? I was. That's like way before their time.
What's that?
Yeah, we were listening to that shit when Casey was like 4. Jerky Boys. They're prank calls, but they'd put them out as albums.
I was listening to Shania Twain and the Barbie dressing up tape.
I'm sure I've heard something.
You have to. Me and Dennis talk about it all the time or whatever.
I love doing prank calls.
You bastards.
It's all the I want to, fucking. It's ridiculous.
Like
I'm not gonna.
precursors to crank anchors.
Yes.
Okay, guys, can we please get to the bottom of this prank call versus crank call?
Sure.
Oh,
what the fuck is a crank call?
I just said prank.
It's prank.
It's prank. There are people who call it crank calls, and there's a reason that show's called Crank Yankers.
Yeah.
But those people are wrong.
They're
Agreed.
so wrong.
It's a prank call.
Yeah.
I agree.
Wow, look at this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, Sean, what do you?
Okay. Well,
Sean,
shit.
prank
I think-
call or crank call? You could really.
I've always called it prank.
Okay.
Okay. Play
Yes.
Pantera.
Wow.
This has never happened.
Play Pantera.
Do you call into work or do you call out to work?
That's how I feel about stabbing somebody in the leg with my EpiPen on an airplane. I'm fucking ready.
Yeah.
No, that's true. If you really think about it.
Oh, for the
Okay. What's the thing that we're talking about? Sorry.
Crank v prank.
No. I got that prank.
I said call into work or call out to work.
Call
if you're sick.
Call into work.
Call
Yeah,
in.
You call in sick.
Yeah.
I've heard call in. I use call in. I've heard call off, which I.
Okay. Here's the thing. This is a big one. Because this is very, very geographical.
Oh,
Do you
shit.
stand in line or online?
In line.
I stand in line.
In line.
I say in line, but you're
Monster.
always online in
On the World Wide Web.
on. Okay, well, true, but in New York, you'd be
It's
like,
online, yeah.
I was online at the bank.
So
Yeah.
you're
My friend from
I
Long
would
Island.
think that you were literally on your computer.
Yeah, me too.
That's bullshit.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's the whole thing.
If anybody knows how to talk good,
If you're
people
standing
from here.
if you're standing online, then you're standing on someone's shoulders who is standing in line.
Yeah, you
Mm,
could be standing on the line that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah. Okay.
Hold the line.
Unless you're doing
Love
like
isn't always on
a
time.
field sobriety test.
Whoa.
Those are harder than they look.
Yeah. Step pump.
Yeah.
To the line.
We're in two different worlds.
It's not in the way you make me care. Ooh.
So, has anybody ever been like in the midst of like a drug deal ever before, like around one while it's happening?
Knowingly?
Yes.
Yeah, you have.
For sure.
Okay. Do you have a story about it, or do you don't want to talk about it?
No, I don't have it.
It sounds fucking terrifying to me. I've never bought drugs.
like I'm talking like you're talking like the dude on the bike showing up type of deal or like the,
Anything.
anything.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, I have never bought drugs before.
Well, I'm either. I'm a girl, but I've been
I've
around
never
people that
bought-
have.
I've
Girls buy drugs.
Well, I was pretty cute in high school. I didn't.
Oh yeah, I'm famous, so I never had to.
I never bought drugs, but I witnessed it every day when I was in Costa Rica on a study abroad thing. They would come by on horses every day at 4:00 on the beach and just sell people weed all the way down. But it wasn't like a drug deal. Everybody just knew that they were going to be there. You just went out on your beach, waited for the guy on the horse.
Full disclosure, I actually accidentally did some drug dealing and didn't know it whenever I was like 11 years old. And my brother would go, hey, I need you to take this CD down to so-and-so's house.
Oh,
and he has one for me. Can you bring it back?
You were the runner.
And my CD would have the money and his other CD
You're
would
a
have...
mule.
I was a fucking drug mule.
You were a mule.
I told my mom that story recently and she laughed. Like,
have you ever pooped a balloon?
No, there were no balloons, but I would totally be like, just like little spazzy ADD kid. Like, sure, I'll run down to
I will never forget this as long as I live. My brother had gone away to college. And he was at Texas Tech, and he is before he got kicked out. And he was a freshman there at Texas Tech, so I was in the 8th grade. And he calls me, and he goes, hey, boy, it's your brother. Go in there in my closet, grab in the hunting vest. There's a pipe. So you take it out of there and hide it somewhere in your room. And I go, what? And he goes, basically he was saying there's a marijuana pipe. And I go, you smoke marijuana?
Oh my God.
Because I was part of the Just Say No generation. Like I'd have fucking,
oh, man.
I swear to God, I wore like a be drug free, drugs, hugs, not drugs and shit. Like I was
up
so
with hope, down with dope.
Yes.
Save that, Sean.
Sean left.
Oh,
all right.
He just took off.
See ya.
So I'm just like, you want me to go in there and you want me to hot? What the fuck? And I go, you smoke marijuana? He goes, shut up, fat boy, and go in there and get that fucking pipe and hide it in your room. And so I did.
Yeah, I used to
I went in there, got the thing out of the thing, hid it in my room, and had to give it to him. And here's the thing. He hated it when I had to hand it to him. Because at the time, he was all, acting hot and shit. But then to fucking have to admit to your Just Say No brother.
Not my brother. My mom literally donated. One time I came home and she was like, I had a bunch of stuffed animals that had moved out of my bedroom into like my closet on a shelf.
On their own?
Yep. And that was like my brother's designated hiding spot for shit. Like was just up the ass of this caterpillar that was in this fucking back of this stuffed animal wall. And one day I came home and they're all fucking gone. And I was like, where'd all those go? My mom goes, oh, we were getting rid of some stuff. I threw them up in the attic. And I'm just like, that's weird. And then one day she went and just like donated them all. So I'm pretty sure somebody probably found a stash in that fucking
Goodwill
ass of that caterpillar.
Yeah, but it's got to be your caterpillar.
Right. You can't just shove your hand up a bull's ass.
It's gotta be
your bull.
I can get a good look at a steak by sticking my head up a caterpillar's ass, but it's got to be your bull.
Hey, I gotta pee. Do y'all want to take a break or want to get back? Okay. You go.
Take a break.
Emma's.
You don't want to go in there?
No, I'm going in the boys right now. It's
okay. You're gonna brave it.
Yeah.
All right.
No. Do you want to take a quick break or?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, Sean.
Godspeed.
Do you remember the future?
You've got to come back with me. Where? Back to the future.
Are we back?
We're back.
What do you mean we're in the future?
October 21st, 2015.
Marty, we're going to be able to see our wedding.
Wow. The future. I got to check this out, Doc.
Look what happens to your son.
complete wimp.
Don't talk to anyone.
You've been looking, Bob!
Don't touch anything.
I need to borrow your hoverboard.
And try not to look at anything. I didn't invent the time machine to win at gambling.
I can't lose.
I invented a time machine to travel through time.
Hey, Doc, I'm all for that. What's wrong with making a few bucks on the side?
Now, the time continuum has been disrupted, creating an alternate 1985.
There have been a few changes.
It's like we're in hell or something.
No, it's Hill Valley, although I can't imagine hell being much worse.
But they'll all be back.
Eat less, slackers!
Biff?
Hello? Hello? Anybody home?
Mom, that can't be you. You're so big.
Michael J. Fox. Christopher Lloyd. Michael J. Fox.
More like a couple of teenagers, you know?
And Michael J. Fox.
Mom, is that you?
Steven Spielberg presents a Robert Zemeckis film, Back to the Future, Part 2. Coming November 22nd to theaters everywhere.
It's Christmas Eve in L.A.
California.
Is Daddy coming home soon? Well, we'll see what Santa and Mommy can do, okay?
A New York cop, John McClane, has come to see his wife.
I missed you.
Instead, he's going to have to save her.
Sit down.
Within this skyscraper high above the city, 12 terrorists have declared war.
They're about to be taught a lesson in the real use of power.
They're as brilliant
because I am interested in the $640 million in your vault.
As they are ruthless.
And I'm telling you, you're just going to have to kill me. Okay. We do it the hard way.
Now, the last thing McClane wants.
Think, damn it, think.
Is to be a hero.
Where's Holly? Hey, Tucker! Where?
But he doesn't have a choice.
What does he think he's doing?
Job.
They have already killed one hostage.
This channel is reserved for emergency calls only.
Lady, do I sound like I'm ordering a pizza?
He's inside? Who is he? Who are you then? You are most troublesome for a security guard.
Sorry.
And
Tara? Oh,
Tara hole in me.
Here she comes.
Here she comes. Are you really not drinking at all because you're trying to quit smoking? Hey, buddy, you're not having like any beers at all or anything?
I can't, man.
Because you're trying to quit smoking?
I mean, I can't even.
Have you ever tried nicotine patches?
I've got one on right now.
Oh my God. Do you not have the coolest dreams? They're the best. I feel like people should
I
just
take it off.
wear nicotine patches to sleep.
We're
once in their
so
life.
we've been on this melatonin
brighter
during
and
the COVID,
shinier.
and fuck, man, it's the craziest thing about it is it allows you every night to do the thing where every time you wake up, you can just continue that dream. You just keep doing it. So like,
Oh, I haven't had that yet.
oh, you have it. So
No, I
all
just
of mine
haven't
are
used
like that. So like you, and it's crazy because it's like, last night, for example, I know you guys don't want to hear about dreams and shit, but last night I was in Las Vegas and Casey had gone up to the room and I bought a puppy, you know?
That sounds like a mixture of our like wedding and
real life.
Yeah.
all that
And
shit
so,
is-
but I had to, and then I had to go find the puppy and I was excited to have all my dudes, but everybody's cell phone wasn't working because they were in the casino. And so I'm trying to get everybody to come look at the puppy that I bought, but not tell Casey about it. I kept
Why
having
wouldn't I wanna see
I
a
kept
puppy?
having to climb through this really hard area to get through to go see the puppy. And it was a rescue, you know?
What kind of puppy was it?
It was another fucking mastiff.
Oh, it was a big puppy.
Yeah.
Okay, this dream came together because of that mastiff that we saw in that horrible fucking John Cena movie.
Oh, yeah.
And because I told you that I wanted to do Vegas for your 50th birthday.
Oh my God. Play Pantera or some shit,
Play
you know?
Dreamweaver.
Oh, good for you.
Dreamweaver.
Dreamweaver.
Yeah, I did that shit. I put that shit in your brain.
Hey, have we
And you
congratulated?
didn't even share your puppy with me.
Have we
Fucking
congratulated Eric on winning the talent contest 2
I didn't know
years,
Did you
2
win?
years in a fucking row at his work? 2 years in a row. 2 years
Yeah.
in a row.
That's not
Eric,
something to
you
laugh at. That's a
fucking
big
won
deal,
2 years in a row.
No, it is a big deal,
It
right?
was-
Like a charity. And
It was pretty neat. Yeah.
Well,
My
he won the global one. He got to. That's like a grand, right? You got to donate to a charity.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That's really
So when everyone started working from, I mean, a lot of people have worked from home for a while. I work in my company. I've worked from home ever since I started there, but a lot of people did work in offices. They all got sent home. So they're just, what can we do for people? And our company probably has about 7,000 employees worldwide. And so they just had this big, submit a 2-minute video of you doing a talent. And there was all kinds of stuff. People dance, and a lot of people play guitar and sing and that stuff. So I put in just a video of me playing guitar and singing, and I won that. And then Jarrett helped me record a second video, and I won my continent.
I didn't really do anything. I just fucking pressed record. He did it in one take, and it was fucking perfect. And but yeah, you won your continent, and then
we went to the finals, and there were 4 of us, and I got like 55% of the vote, and then the other 3 got the remaining 45% between them. So yeah, it was pretty neat. And yes, they gave me money to give to charity, which I donated to $100 to Jarrett, whatever that one that you sent over to me was.
Music Cares
or
Foundation.
Music Cares.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Music Cares was the one, and the rest I donated to the Scottish Rite Hospital here in
both great.
Hey.
Yeah, both great.
I was a little Scottish Rite kid.
Yeah,
That's
look
pretty
how
cool.
she turned out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can honestly say music.
I'm a little crooked, but I'm
They do
fine.
good work.
Yeah, very, very good, man. That's super awesome.
That's
Hey,
really
what do you think about sharing the video with Patreon supporters? Would you be into that? That'd be okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, they're on my YouTube channel, but yeah, you can put it on Patreon if you want.
Sean, edit that out. Yeah, so Patreon exclusive. If you're a Patreon supporter, we're gonna post that video up for
You
you.
have a YouTube channel?
And
Let me delete it.
you have your own YouTube. Do you do? What do you do? You like do like tour of your room and shit?
Do you?
I had a bunch of people email me and Teams chat me asking if they could see the video and show friends or family, or let me show my wife this. But I didn't have any. I just sent a video file to the people doing the contest in my company. I didn't have anywhere, so I just created a YouTube account, and those are the only 2 videos on there. Jared, are the one that you helped me make and the previous one. So that's it.
And not even like 1-bedroom tour or like mall haul
What's a mall haul?
where you show all the shit that your haul from the mall.
I mean, I haven't been to a mall in about a year and a half, but
That was a test.
I guess I
You
could.
passed. I was just trying to see if you were part of the problem.
Yes. Oh my God, I was just there last week.
Okay, so you did do a tour of your room, or
No, I mean, you can see my room right now. Yeah. There it was, folks. That's where the magic happens.
This is where the
Twice a
magic.
year.
This is
When we
fucking
moved to
great, man.
Prosper, Emma, our oldest, and then my
She's
niece,
18 now,
and
by
my
the way,
niece
which is fucking
Emma
crazy.
were like 6th graders, and that was what they did on their like YouTube channels. Was like, and this is my sock drawer, and this is where I keep my mismatched socks. Never wear the same socks.
Well, and
ever.
they would do
and
it.
This
They
over
would,
here is a picture of my grandma.
they would do a tour of their backpack. Like, okay, this is a folder for history,
Oh God, that's
and we've got this and.
Fucking hey, can we play that at their graduation parties?
I do have some shit saved, but I don't think that either of them would find it funny at all.
Oh, but we would.
Yeah,
That's what really matters.
we'll just have our own private viewing of all the stupid shit they've done since they were like little kids. And like,
How funny would that
yeah,
be?
why
They-
embarrass them? Just laugh behind
They
their
look
back.
back and they remember. Wait, there was a private viewing room at my graduation party.
Yeah, it was weird.
It got a little weird.
Yeah.
So that's it for the drug deals. Nobody else has ever been around like a big drug. I mean, man, I remember I used to watch my brother fucking buy weed after I discovered that shit. And he'd go out and buy weed from some Jamaican on vacation or some shit, you know, and actually fucking A, it's just like this movie. And then he'd bring it there, and I would just sit there and be like, I'm fucking getting arrested for this. Like, this is it. This is
my nightmare.
The fucking goddamn fucking worst thing that's ever happened.
I got a not so nice reaction from getting dropped off at the house of a very nice. This guy, like, he was definitely a local drug dealer, but he was also just like all around nice guy. Everybody liked this guy. He was like started off as being like the one old guy at the parties that bought the beer, and then as you get older, he just kind of is always around. And I was at a bar with all these people, and I'm younger, obviously. And everybody left, and my ride got in some fucking sloppy altercation and bailed, right? With her DD driver, which was the boy she was screaming at, and they just left me at this bar, and everyone was going to this house afterwards besides them. And I was like, well, what do I do? Well, I'm charming and I'm nice, and I'm just sitting at the bar. It's closed. I know the people that own it, and I'm chatting. And one of the local police officers that used to hang out up there was like, well, I'll give you a ride.
Oh my God.
And I was like, that's so nice. Thank you. Like, I knew this guy. He was a regular.
Fuck, man.
And I did. I just got dropped off and was like, thanks for the ride.
It's just I swear to God, it's a wonder you're not. I mean, it's crazy.
So I go to
we talk about this all the time.
Everyone saw a cop pull up and fucking panicked. And then I just like come up and I'm like, bing bong, hey.
I listen to so much true crime, and I'm like, that should have been my wife. Like, this is fucking crazy.
Yeah,
I can't
it was
believe.
like my catchphrase was, how are you not murdered yet? All the time.
You know what? I just remembered that I ran
Nobody
a drug
liked
deal.
that I brought the police officer to the drug
You were a mule?
I was a mule. When I was 15, I went to a very questionable driver's ed school in Lewisville, Texas. And they just kind of got whatever cars they could find on the side of the road that would run enough for a 15-year-old to learn on.
They were all burgundy. Why was that?
Yeah, I got into an F-150 burgundy 1987. I don't know. And this guy, I mean, I think he was half asleep. Now I know he was probably very high. And it was my highway driving time. So we get northbound on 35 and he says, just go. I'll tell you when to exit. We exit, go to this really, really creepy rundown trailer park. And he's looking at paper and he's like, that one. Go to that one.
Oh.
And so we go to that
shit.
And he goes, just sit tight, switch, because it was me and another guy. Okay, you're going to drive back, so switch. I'll be right back. He gets in the truck with a brown paper bag and shoves it under the seat, and we go back on our way.
They were probably just like the best tamales you've ever had in your life.
What a fucking great cover.
I'm from Louisville.
Yeah.
That is brilliant. I'm sitting here going,
great cover, just because you have like
shitty
student driver on the thing. And,
nobody's going to say anything.
yeah, and it is obviously
I want my driving time.
Yeah, some person is looking at you and okay, that is a young person driving or whatever. Oh, that's fucking brilliant.
Even if you got pulled over, you would have had all the paperwork that said that you're just a student driver.
I want to talk to Samson. Like, we gotta
I'm gonna get a job at a Sears driving school now.
Y'all know how much money is Sears still in business? I think they're done. I think that's it.
People still need washing machines.
What?
No, not there. That place isn't a thing anymore. I think Sears is bankrupt.
There's no more Searses.
I think they're just not like.
There's no more Sears.
Yeah, because
Sean's shaking his head. I have a feeling he would know.
Wait, isn't that the thing where Gary Price sent us a thing and it was a link? And if you type in medicine ball on Sears.com.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it just got taken off. Some disgruntled employee put this like fucking mechanism that grabs your testicles and pulls them down.
How much is it?
Like, I don't know, like $40. I'm sure it's.
I think it was $29.99 to be
I don't
fair.
know.
That's with tax and shit.
I can get Jarrett to pull on my balls for free.
And you do.
True that. 100%. I'll pull on those motherfuckers. All right, Sean. Next clip.
Do you know where we can score some cocaine?
You want some candy?
No thanks. But it'd be great if we can get some cocaine.
It's some Colombian heaven.
Pure cocaine.
Candy makes you dandy.
This is all the cocaine we get for 10 G's, B?
Oh, well, we have other products.
Oh, like more cocaine. And that is?
Fine China, the blue.
Looks like heroin to me, yo.
Yeah. Yeah, is that heroin? You've got to be the dumbest dealers in the history of the dope game.
Oh, you mean the game that you run, yo?
Just call me Jesse Owens. Hey, Jesse, can we get some cocaine and get the hell out of here? Okay. Can I buy some of your heroin, too? Okay. All right. It's been a pleasure doing business with you. Thank you very much for the heroin and the cocaine. Here's your money. All right. Abracadabra.
Yeah, man.
Abracadabra.
I think I would be pretty good at wearing a wire. I think I could do it.
Why?
I just think that I'd be good at just forgetting it was there. You know what I mean? And I just think I could do it. You know, I think I could also get away with murder. And there's a chance I could be a good chef if I liked onions.
You don't have to like onions to be a good chef, do you?
I was allergic to shellfish. Like I feel like that would really stop my progress in culinary school.
Yeah, that would fucking.
I don't know. You don't have to cook shellfish.
Amy's right. Y'all are just coming up with every reason not to follow your dreams. But if you want to be in the culinary arts, there's
some shit. And Jared, go kill some people.
I'm gonna fucking kill some motherfuckers.
Shrimp. That's what I'm gonna do.
I'm tired of y'all's excuses. Go kill somebody.
I just like that Samson's hair for some reason looks like that thing whenever you're like a little girl, like you guys were, or Garrett in high school. And you go underwater and you flip your hair over, and then you sit up and you flip it back, and you go like,
yes,
Washington. Like,
oh my gosh,
you know what I'm talking about?
I forgot about that.
That's what his hair looks like.
I can't wait to do that this summer.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. That's so great. I love it when girls do that. Mm-hmm. I also have a sexual fetish towards George Washington, so that may have something to do
all
with
of us do.
Yeah. It's a whole wooden.
Everybody. Yeah, the goddamn tree. Speaking of
his vice president, John Adams.
Oh man.
Oh,
we got that.
Not John Quincy Adams.
Yeah,
that's his son.
Yeah, idiots.
Yeah. It really is an educational experience.
Fight scene is fucking great. It's funny. And then obviously there's the Jerry Garcia thing with a not so lookalike, which was really funny. And this movie just ends abruptly. It's just like, hey, let's get this over with. You know, I feel like
it's good. They got all the way to the. They had the rising action. They had the climax of the movie.
I missed the rising action.
No need for a denouement. Just cut that shit off. Everybody saw the part they wanted to see, and that's it.
I love it. All right, so let's do the last clip here.
Mary Jane, being with you these past 11 years has been wonderful, but I gotta move on.
Come on, smoke me. We'll have a quickie for old time's sake.
She's looking. All right, real quick. No, it wouldn't be right. God damn you!
You'll be back. Everything work out okay?
Yeah. Mary Jane, I love you.
I love you too.
I know what you're thinking. That old Thurgood sold out, right?
I'm your girl now.
But let me tell you something. I love weed, okay? I love it. But not as much as I love pussy. The end.
Could be the greatest ending to a movie ever. Seriously. Might be.
No, it's one of the worst, which is fine.
Because he gave up the thing he loved for a woman, or like
you loved this movie all along, but you hate the ending.
It just was. I thought it should end with her taking that joint and just sparking it up. And-
100%.
I thought that too. I feel like it should have been like one of those
100%.
those things that's not necessarily right, like the end of Grease. Like, yeah,
Yep.
you know what?
Totally
Fuck
agree.
going to college. She should just become a shitbag and slum it with you.
Yep.
Like same thing.
Yep, I totally agree. And in fact, I didn't remember the end of this movie, but I thought for some reason it has to end with like
Same.
them smoking out together or whatever, you know.
Yep.
That's not the way they went with it though.
I just feel like the movie was silly, you know, and it could have ended silly too. They tried to make it
It did
fucking
end silly.
serious for 2 minutes. They tried to make it, oh, I'm gonna quit doing the
Hee-ho.
putt.
Right.
Stupid.
Does it bother you?
Otherwise,
to know what happened to the other dudes?
No.
No,
Oh, I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
Never
Did
crossed
you
my
not
mind.
see Half Baked too?
Isn't that just called baked?
Okay. All right.
Yes.
No, I'm with it. I'm for that joke. That's a good one.
He's for it.
Thank you, buddy.
I'm for it.
I appreciate
Oh,
that.
really?
Well, you know what? All in all, a great movie, and good pick, by the way.
Also, who could have known when this fucking movie came out, like just how insanely not even just talented, but just so fucking like, I don't know, iconic that Dave Chappelle.
Oh,
would be.
sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just crazy that this is where it
Absolutely.
came from. And I think it's funny that you look back and it still seems like him. Like he really did kind of stick with
It does,
He
but
did.
he looks so different.
It's fun. But the thing is though, as I said earlier, you see like the makings of Chappelle Show here with him doing the characters, and again, hang out and smoke with me. Like everything that you say from this movie,
That's pretty much fuck your couch. Like it's, you know.
yeah, it's the whole thing. You know, I mean, brilliant guy, brilliant writing partner, by the way, too. He wrote this, and he's had the same writing partner for ever and ever and ever, who was on I think on an AT&T commercial right now or some shit,
Lily?
which they do not support us, so I don't give a fuck.
Also, if you haven't seen Dave Chappelle's like giant message out there to not fucking stream his shit unless he's getting paid for it, go watch it. It's
I
fucking,
love everything.
It's important.
that
It's
he does.
interesting, and his whole deal is that if you support him, that you don't fucking stream Chappelle Show on Netflix or anywhere until he fucking gets paid for it. I think it's important.
Yeah, pretty cool. Okay, Sean, let's go to the mailbag. Oh wait, hold on. I didn't get everybody's thoughts on the goddamn movie. Casey,
Good movie.
Amy.
Loved it.
Okay, expand. One of you guys has
No,
to
this would
explain.
be like in quotes at the bottom of the movie poster. Like,
Okay, all right.
No, I really did enjoy it, and I was excited to see it again because I hadn't watched it in a while. Because I watched this over and over again in high school. I loved it. I
And-
love anything that Dave Chappelle does. Really,
Same.
yeah, I mean, this movie is like literally like intro to trying to be a stoner in high school, and you watch it, but you don't really have the funds or the time, and your parents would get mad if you're really
Right.
committed to wanting to be these people.
Yeah.
But you wanted it so bad,
Yeah.
and I don't know, it's fucking nostalgia.
Eric, obviously you love this one.
I didn't expect to. Like I said, I thought I was about to watch another stupid piece of shit, which is fine because it doesn't matter if the movies are good or bad. I always have a good time talking about it with you guys, and it's fun. So the source material doesn't have to be great, but I was pleasantly surprised. I laughed out loud. Kelsey was not paying attention to the movie, so I didn't have someone else to laugh with. But I laughed out loud. I snickered. I chuckled. Like the full gamut of, finding things funny. I did.
What is she doing while you're watching these movies if she's there not paying attention?
She was working.
What a loser.
On what?
School paperwork, I assume. She's also in graduate school, so it may have been homework. I don't know. Man, fuck you. You asked a question. Don't turn around and do that bullshit.
Don't turn around.
Uh-oh.
Sean, what'd you think, buddy?
I thought it was pretty good.
Go ahead.
Now, you thought it was a pretty good movie?
Yeah. I mean,
and was it better than you expected? I mean, I know you watched this back in high school.
Yeah, me and my current wife, Amanda, we were watching it.
Now, what did Amanda think about it?
I can't anymore.
You can't do
sound
it.
like
He
Kermit.
can't fucking do it. All right.
Amanda's cool. She likes this movie. There's no way she doesn't, right?
She has
Well, hold on.
For sure.
Okay, hold on. Wait.
Obviously, I did see it in high school. Thought it was hilarious. Nothing like it, other than like, I thought to me Friday was like the closest movie,
sure,
like to this. But then we rewatched it the other night, and I was like, "Wow, the movie seemed so short." And she goes, "Yeah, I forgot how much it sucks." I was like,
Oh,
"Wait,
no.
I was like, "Wait, you didn't like
What?"
it?" And we both agreed, like, we liked it in the 90s, and now watching
Sure.
it older, we're like, it's kind of stupid, except for the action.
Uh-oh.
Wait, you just go, it's kind of stupid, except, and then.
I heard the full axe murder.
Oh, he's just frozen.
Sean, you're just frozen now.
And he's showing us the size of his penis. Oh, no.
There he is.
Oh, no. Are you back?
Okay, you guys were cutting out.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, we were cutting out.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense that the four of us in two different locations were the ones cutting out.
I don't know what happened, but you guys were cutting out.
Okay, start again. Where was he? Where did he leave off? I forgot.
He said that the axe murderer.
I've already told my whole story.
I know. Nobody heard any of it.
They will later next week.
Okay. No,
I'm not sure.
none
That's
of
true.
that is on the audio, dude. None of it. We didn't hear you.
What was the last thing I said?
Amanda watched it in high school.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
no.
he said he didn't realize how stupid it was.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, we watched it back in the day. We loved it. But now rewatching as we're older, we're like, it kind of sucks.
Except for, you said there was one part.
Except for the Jamaican part. That's why I made it a clip.
Oh, got it. I
Jamaican
get
part
that.
has nothing to do with axe murder.
I want to be honest. I
Yeah,
can't
what?
believe we missed that. That was a fucking great one.
Did you say something about axe murderer?
That's what it sounded like that you said. Except for the axe murderer.
All right. Let's check the mailbox. Have you pre-screened these, by the way, Eric?
I did. Trust me, they're all good.
All right. Let's go to the mailbox, please.
Let's check the email box. Email us at jaredgoestothemovies@gmail.com.
Greetings from Boca Raton. What do you call a cheap circumcision? A ripoff?
Oh.
I wanted to let you know.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's so good.
Holy shit. It fucking hurts a smidge, though. Like, that's one of those ones where you just, ow.
I wanted to let you know that I really like the new dueling trivia portion of the show, so I came up with a trivia question that I thought might stump even Amy and Eric. Yeah, anything would. We only do trivia about the movies we just watched. Anyway, name an actor who has done a movie that takes place in every decade of the 20th century. I'll let you guys simmer on this, and I'll report back with the answer next week. Boca Ray.
Dueling trivia. Dueling trivia.
Okay, we'll see. You guys got to do some work, some thinking on it. Won't you just Google it, or?
No.
Yes.
No.
Oh, no.
Well, how the fuck are you supposed to know?
Yeah, exactly.
No, yes.
Like, I can tell you right now who it is if you just give me 10 seconds.
Yeah, it's the craziest
Okay.
thing about when I was, I think I was like 41 when Casey and I got together, 40 or 41. And it was so fucking nuts because I would just wonder about something, which I say all the time, like kids don't sit and wonder, but I would wonder. I'd be like, man, I wonder what, like how many chicks is the Counting Crows dude dated from Friends? And she'd go, 2 actually. And he dated Jennifer Aniston for this long and Courtney Cox for this long, and it was just instant in my life. And I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Because I didn't know how to use technology that way.
I'm a hey Siri that fucking understands what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone knows I'm really fast at looking shit up.
She's the best. That's who everybody just.
Well, that's the
looks
reason
to.
I liked you is because you were so fast. Actually,
I actually do know that about you. Yeah. Thanks for the sushi, Jarrett.
Hey,
wow,
you like fish, huh? Get it on.
Really glad you brought your nephew to our first date.
Wow. All right, text messages. Do we have a song for that?
Let's check the text messages. Text messages at 704-812
451-6029.
Dear Amy Goes to the Movies, featuring that one guy with the hair from that one band with that one song. Very sorry to hear that COVID has struck co-host Casey. Hopefully her husband, what's his name, can fill in for her on the show as your co-host if she needs some time to recover. I'm sure he'll do his best, but the show just won't be the same. We will all just have to struggle through this together in these unprecedented times. Remember, everyone, wash your hands, wear a mask, wear a helmet, wear a condom, buckle up, don't drive angry, don't do drugs except the ones we tell you to do, and if all else fails, your seat cushion can be used as something to cuddle while you kiss your ass goodbye. In all seriousness, I'm really sorry to hear Casey has been fighting off COVID. This disease sucks, and I would not wish it on anyone. Rest up, feel better. We all hope for a speedy recovery and that the family stays safe. Love to all. Jason Aylesworth, the OG COVID survivor.
He is the OG.
He really is. And I told him, actually, what's funny is during 5 questions, everybody's already heard
I
it.
learned everything I know from him.
And he was just like, yeah, it's lost its luster. You know, it's not as sparkly anymore.
Oh, don't make my COVID less interesting than his COVID.
No, what I'm saying is your COVID takes over. You're a fucking
No, this is like the Kevin Hart came out and did that special and he got COVID the same week Tom Hanks did, and he was like, well, I'm not even fucking announcing that shit.
Guys,
I didn't even see that shit.
Guys.
Yes, Sean.
In the back.
Yeah, Sean.
Amy, can you point out what's been on the screen since
Oh,
the
that
show
nobody else has noticed
since the show has started?
in the last 3 hours, 15 minutes, and 56 seconds.
Please
it is
point.
Amy
Holy
Goes to the Movie at the top right corner of your screens.
Oh,
Oh my God. Unbelievable. I love it. I love it.
All right. Well, we have one more.
Okay, go ahead.
But congratulations, survivors. We are very happy that
Hey,
you
Jason Ellsworth, the OG COVID survivor and great supporter of the show. We love you, buddy. Thanks for texting
I'm a
us.
survivor. I had that COVID. I heard many concerning things being discussed recently. Talk about coups, insurrection, overthrows, traitors, etc. It is getting hard to distinguish the lies from the truth and the villains from the good guys. We need to come together and not let those among us with suspect motivations tear us apart and further divide us. As much as I love the entire cast, the podcast is named Jarrett Goes to the Movies and should forever stay that way. Jarrett is fucking famous as shit. Amy, Eric, Sean, and Casey are all extremely smart, funny, and invaluable contributors to the podcast, but none of them are nearly as famous as Jarrett. How many Grammy nominations do they have? How many sold-out shows do they perform each year? How many of them have co-starred in a movie with Britney fucking Spears? Are any of them the number 26,367th most popular person ever? Source, thefamousbirthdays.com. So can we please give Jarrett the respect, admiration, and blind fanaticism that he so rightly deserves? Thank you, John Gickler.
I'm going to be honest.
Fuck you, John. Fuck you, Jarrett.
I'm not joking. I think 26,000th most famous person, like that's pretty fucking
That's cool.
good.
What was the website again?
Thefamousbirthdays.com. But now, based on that email, top right corner. We're back
Oh.
We're back
No,
to
did you Google my birth?
Yeah, we didn't. You know.
You mean
I'm on Wikipedia as
Good
Jarrett
job, John.
Reddick's wife.
Yeah,
I want to
good
know
job,
who's
John.
one above you and one below you. So
Right?
I will
I
research
know.
that for next week.
I used to play a fun game where if you Google Jarrett in different areas, the most searched things are different based on the area that you're in.
It's mostly
So-
Jarrett Reddick weight gain. That's
Well,
pretty much the main.
No, it's like if you go to like a certain city, like especially when we first started dating, like it would be like Jarrett Reddick guitar, Jarrett Reddick hair, Jarrett Reddick bowling for soup or dryness, right? And then if you were like hanging out in suburbia, right in the middle of his neighborhood. It was Jarrett Reddick divorced, Jarrett Reddick net worth, Jarrett Reddick married.
Oh,
because of all the thirsty bitches.
Jarrett Reddick wife is number one.
I
in
know.
My
Mine
search.
now is because the other day I looked this up because I thought it'd be funny because you put the thing about you having naked pictures, and I thought it'd be funny if people were like looked up if you had naked pictures.
Oh, that would be funny.
And it was Jarrett Reddick wife, Jarrett Reddick guitar, Jarrett Reddick first wife.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Man,
that's on here. What
bunch of
Jarrett
scavengers
Reddick
out here?
Huh?
What is Jarrett Reddick Sonic? What is that in reference
Oh,
to?
I did the theme song to Sonic.
Okay, what about Endless Possibility?
That's it. That's the song.
Okay. How tall are you?
5'9".
Jarrett Reddick 2020. I guess that's your eyesight. Chuck E. Cheese. Jarrett Reddick guitar. So that's all I get.
No weight gain on there? That's fucking
I've
crazy.
never seen that.
Oh my god.
And it's good thing too.
Why?
Because I don't want to click on it and start logging into all these things and telling people to fuck right the fuck off.
Oh yeah,
I got in trouble last time.
I mean, I get it. It's a thing, and I mean, I did get fat and all that, but look,
It's too
On
soon.
the bright side, the internet says that you're worth like $14 billion. So
right,
that makes all of
so
our neighbors.
I
comfortable.
wish that were true. Guys, man, I can't thank you guys enough for listening to this podcast.
You're welcome, dude.
It means the world to me and my wife. We get to watch a movie each week together. It's so amazing that we found Eric hosting a little trivia over at our bar, and Sean 316, who came in and just rescued the whole thing. And then of course, Amy, who is the icing on the cake. And we appreciate you guys so very much for listening to us. You can connect with this podcast on JarrettGoesToTheMovies.com. Facebook is Jarrett Goes to the Movies Facebook fan page. We also have it Jarrett Goes to the Movies. YouTube is just Jarrett Goes to the Movies. Please subscribe and turn on notifications and leave a review or something. Twitch is new. So if you're on Twitch, please spread the word, subscribe, turn on notifications. Instagram, Jarrett Movies. Twitter, Jarrett Movies. Patreon is how you support the show. Patreon.com/Jarrett Goes the Movies. You can email us at JarrettGoesTheMovies@gmail.com. You can text us or leave us a message at 714-451-6029. I want to take this time to thank our new Twitch followers. Matt for Debs, Ed98, Pike Fisher, Mr. Labradork, Two Plums Lord, Val, Kelsey M. Stoker.
We know her.
Okay. C Porky 92, Butt Banger Ass 69, Joey or Sick, Jerks Production, Sunshine Face, Turco 3109, Mark 27049, Mr. S Bentos, Condort Tsunami. That Devin guy, sucky my balls. JR Joe, Aisha 182, Lamb Stock, Daniel Cotton from Twitter, Benjamin Harsham, Pixel Viking Games, which is Jude Peterson, The Fat Dad 76, Scuba Vinny 89, Zap It Good, Citrix Slave, hello Amy Joy,
This is painful.
and Butter 2113. Thank you guys so very much for the.
We all appreciate it. I don't think you should have to read those.
No, it hurts.
I feel like they're all those funny names that Sean puts into
Yeah, and maybe we're not in on the joke.
And there's no way of
No,
knowing.
those are all screen names.
Thanks for sharing, David Kendrick, Woody Chambers, Erica Ciofani.
Ciofani?
Ciofani.
Ciofani, probably.
Ciofani. Erica Ciofani. Gary Machete. Francis Carmel Houlet. James Odegaard. Vincent Francis Cataldo. Anita Titsoff. Barry Ferguson, Chris Pulse, Tim Tratman from Maine, Timber, Simon Rogers, Zaldor, Gay Bar, Amy Pittsinger, Fiona Freeman, Greg Stevens, Lee. This one is so good. Hyphenated, as it should be. Lee Key Fawcett. John
Daner.
John Daner. Joey Bishop. Helen Back. Jeff Millman, Josh Millman, and Cole Ostomy. Guys, what a fun show it's been. Half Baked. Definitely a treat for all of us. This has been great. We'll see you guys next week. What are we watching next week?
Taken.
Airplane on Monday.
Are we doing
and
Airplane?
Taken.
Oh.
Airplane and Taken coming up. So should be fun. Thank you guys very much for listening, for watching. We'll see you down the road.